always love you. How I do. I let go of it.
There we go. Oh, fuck. Here we are.
Shit, that's loud as fuck.
Is it really?
That's not.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm a podcast newbie. The only podcast I watch is Joe Rogan.
See, I just started watching Rogan. I just
Really?
started. I really just started watching it like this summer
Really?
because there was nothing else to do.
He makes a good podcast.
It really, and it's so fucking simple. It's just sit down, talk.
Dude, and talk to some just random person. I mean, it's literally just like the most. I don't even know. I was actually looking it up because my friend told me Caleb Wiggins, 5'5", bodybuilder. Cutest little guy ever, let me tell you. He's so funny, man. He was telling me that's like the #1 podcast in the world.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, really? Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't know. So I looked it up.
Right.
#2. And the #1 is like about like a murder mystery.
See, a lot of them are crime mystery podcasts, and people always ask me, "Hey, what's your podcast about?" I'm like, nothing really. It's really more like Rogan than anything else. But I want to put myself in the same conversation as Rogan.
Yeah, you just sit here and talk.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even intro the podcast, and we're already going off.
No, I know. I forgot. I gotta mute my phone.
No, we're good. I'm probably gonna leave this in because I like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the Come Jesus podcast, very special guest.
Hello.
We're producing this in collaboration with the Hutchinson Collegian, but we're not gonna censor ourselves.
That's overrated.
Very special guest today, KJ Ryan.
Hello. I go to the same college as Felix, and I'm a photo editor.
Photo editor of the Hutchinson Collegian.
I take photos.
Where I am the digital content coordinator.
Is that actually your title?
That's what Brad told me.
Really?
That is what Brad told me. And
I think you're just the guy who made videos, man.
That's basically what digital content coordinator means.
Yeah, I guess.
There are a host of things that I do want to get into with you. But first and foremost, we kind of connected because we just have a similar mindset, I think.
Yeah.
And like we listen to some of the same music, and it's just.
Dude, I already know we're talking about music, right? At some point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I was thinking about it on the drive here. I'm thinking,
oh, hell yeah.
He's probably asking what my favorite artist is, my lyrics, what my favorite lyrics are.
Yeah, I am now, for sure.
Fuck. It's all right. Well, I already thought of one.
So I just think naturally, then we go to the newspaper meeting and we just kind of bullshit around the whole time. Just me and you, we crack jokes about Brad chewing and everybody else in the room. So I just think, so naturally, every time I'm like, I can see KJ today. We get to have a good conversation. So
no, you and Emily are basically the sole. Emily's my girlfriend, by the way.
Yes.
For anyone listening, I met her in the Collegian actually. But the only reason I go to those really is because of Emily, and now since Emily's in quarantine, it's because of Felix. The only reason I go is just so I can shoot this shit with Felix.
And that's what we did today. We just sat there. Honestly, the meeting was we didn't do shit in the meeting overall.
I have no idea what happened.
And then now we're shooting this livestock thing. We'll get into that later.
It's so stupid. Well, it's not stupid. If you like livestock, cool. But how it was set up, and I thought that it was dumb.
It was the pre-production of the whole thing that was kind of.
And I also feel really bad for walking in on a dude like that.
Right, the little homie.
The
homie was scared. He just.
I know. I kind of feel like a cop that just kind of kicked in the door and.
So, first thing I want to talk to you about. I am known to be a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I've discussed it on the podcast multiple times. And I never thought that I would consider myself friends with a Raiders fan. But I am. Because, KJ, you're a Raiders fan. So I want to ask you, why the fuck are you a Raiders fan?
Okay, so, oh, man. That's kind of a weird. Oh,
that's like asking why somebody has mental illness.
I mean, yeah.
Keep going.
But okay, so for a long time I didn't really watch football. I would say I started watching football more so in 2012. But for
That's
such
around
a
the time I started watching too.
yeah, for some reason, like before that, football never interested me. And anyway, so I'll get into it. So my dad, big Raiders fan. I mean, big Raiders fan. I mean, he was telling me stories about him sitting in his room when he was a little kid, man, and seeing him win the first Super Bowl, like type shit. Like, I mean, he was big Raiders fan. So, you know, and it's funny because I just knew he knew if it's a boy, he's a Raiders fan. And I know that because I have baby pictures of me sitting there, you know, smiling. Blonde hair at the time, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, interesting. Little chubby fucker. And
I was a chubby fucker too. It's just had never stopped. It was
No,
just I was chubby
I know,
forever.
but I just had a Raiders bomber on, man. A lot of my, I'm holding a Raiders football. A lot of my baby's pictures would consist of Raiders gear, you know? And I always think that famous line, not even famous, but this line is Straight Outta Compton. You ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Ice Cube like, what is a young black man in Straight Outta Compton supposed to do with all the money? And he's like, buy Raiders gear. I love that. But no, yeah. So I basically just grew up being a Raiders fan. I mean, that's just what it is. And like the room I have now, like my dad has a bunch of old like Raider photos or like frames and stuff. Like one of like Rich Gannon's MVP season. One of Tim Brown, Jerry Rice. Although Jerry Rice is kind of more of a 49er, but he still played for the Raiders and went to the Super Bowl with us, even though we got destroyed.
By the
But
Buccaneers.
yeah, that's it. That's
After your coach went there.
that's terrible. That was the dumbest thing. Who was our coach at the time?
Gruden. Well, Gruden and
but
then
who
what was
replaced
it, Bill
it?
Callahan?
Yeah, Bill Callahan. Idiot.
I mean,
Gruden
one of the
knew we were
greatest
gonna-
offensive line coaches of all time.
Gruden knew what we were going to do before we did it.
It was
Whatever.
his team.
Yeah, it was his team. We're so stupid. But yeah, so I basically just grew up being a Raiders fan, man. And, you know, for some reason, I always knew that my dad was a Raiders fan and like this is a Raiders household. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And but I never really watched football, I guess to say. So I just never really watched. But I was still like happy. Like I would still like when someone asked me like, "Hey, what's your football team?" I'd be like the Raiders. Mm-hmm. You know, like I know we suck, but you know I'm a Raiders fan. And then it started getting, you know, I started watching more so probably 2012, 2013, and then really what I remember the most is like 2014 and on. Because that's when Derek Carr became our quarterback, and I'm like, okay, we suck, but there's something.
The season that sticks out of my mind for the Raiders is when
2016.
Yes,
going 12-4.
He was about to win the MVP, or he could have won the MVP.
He was MVP. Let's not get into it.
And then they were 12-4, breaks his leg in the last fucking game.
And yeah, okay, no, the second to last.
Okay, second, yeah.
But this is why I will forever hate the Colts. There's another reason. The Colts booed Andrew Luck off the field when he retired.
Holy shit.
Do you not remember? You remember?
I do remember that, but
who would do that to Andrew Luck?
The nicest person in the NFL of all time.
The only reason the Colts were
relevant after Peyton Manning.
Yes.
The only reason.
Because I just whatever. Anyway, so that's why I forever hate the Colts. And then I also hate the Texans because they acted like they did something when they beat us in the playoffs, bro. Listen, the MVP of the league has a broken leg, and our third-string rookie quarterback is making his first starts in a playoff game, and you're excited because you beat him? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so the Texans, they can suck it too, although I do like Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is very good.
He's the Dragon Slayer. I've been calling him the Dragon Slayer ever since he played Tom Brady when he was on the Patriots, and he almost beat him. And for some reason, I'm like, that's the Dragon Slayer. And I've always just called him the Dragon Slayer.
I liked him. I've liked him ever since that championship game with Alabama.
Oh, where he clutches.
And he threw that touchdown to Hunter Renfrow, who's a Raider now, right? And
it's third and Renfrow, baby. Come on, man. Third and Renfrow.
Come on. Yeah. I'd probably say the same thing about the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Packers, the Bears, the Eagles. I know you don't like Eagles fans.
Personal vendetta against all Eagles.
But like
some of them are cool.
The Jets too. They're like some of the iconic fan bases in the league, and at least for the Chiefs, like they were selling out games and they're going 2-14. And
yes.
It's just naturally. And the Raiders, they've had their bad seasons, their fair share, and people are still very loyal,
dude. Yeah, and like we're crazy. I mean, we dress up like no one else.
By far the craziest fans.
We got Darth Vader.
By far. And
this is gonna. I don't know if this sounds stupid, but I feel like we're one of the only like international teams. Like I feel like the Cowboys and the Raiders.
The Patriots maybe.
Yeah,
just because of the last 20 years.
Yeah, because they're just
because they won 6 Super Bowls.
An insane amount. Yeah, they're insane. Which, by the way, is so interesting that was it Brady that was making the Patriots good the whole time?
Shit.
Dude, I don't know, man. I still don't know.
Right now.
No, it's looking that way.
See, for the longest time, whenever people ask me, like, is it the coach or is it Brady? Is it Belichick or Brady? I'd always say, oh, it's a good mix of both because Belichick's handling that defense, and it's a no-name defense. But then Brady's just handling it on the offensive side where they have no-name receivers and offensive linemen, but Brady just somehow makes it work, and Belichick makes that defense work. But now it's just like, fuck, both of offense and defense is ass, and Belichick's, I mean, he's still going to go down as the greatest head coach of all time.
Yeah, he has to.
Because
whether it's based from Brady's performances or not.
Exactly. He won
still
6
the
Super
coach
Bowls.
of the team.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was the coach of a team that won 6 Super Bowls.
Exactly. And so right now I'm just really confused by the Patriots.
I have no idea.
I have no clue what's going on with the Patriots.
And it kind of pisses me off that they beat the Raiders this year. Dude, I still think. Listen, I think 11-5 is still. I think we can go 11-5.
I think y'all make the playoffs.
I think we will too.
You have to.
I think
the Broncos are a dumpster fire. The Chargers are growing.
I'm scared of the Chargers this week.
The Chargers, because Justin Herbert is legit.
And who knows, dude? The Chargers they'll either just suck or they'll be really good. Like usually they'll suck in the first half and do really well, or they'll do really well and suck in the later half.
Right.
It's like, bro, figure out what you guys want to do. Just be consistent for once.
And I openly called Justin Herbert a bust.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for it now, especially after he almost beat my fucking Chiefs.
Yeah, and then you completely said it on Twitter. You're like, all right, I was wrong.
Oh my God.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
And that's I think we're going to solve the country's issues in this podcast. So it's okay to be wrong, everybody. I mean, I'm sitting down with the Raiders fan. He's sitting down with the Chiefs fan. And we're just talking.
And this is a great example as to all of you crazy political motherfuckers out there. You can have different opinions and still be friends.
It happened before. It happened before.
It's happening right now.
Currently, yes. It's just that it's very rare and far between that two different people of opposite belief systems, silver and black, red and yellow,
that's
that will sit down and just talk.
I know.
And in regards, today we don't have a president right now. Okay, we haven't had one.
We will though, and his name is Joe Biden.
Most likely, yeah.
Possible suspected.
I mean,
pedophile.
This is,
but we don't know. It's just suspected.
So maybe he might be a pedophile.
Although I will say, this is weird. I don't know why this made me think of this, but do you have a second favorite football team? If you had to choose one, what would your?
Pittsburgh Steelers, just because of Mike Tomlin.
Okay. Oh, I see. I know.
And I love Mike Tomlin because
he doesn't seem like he gets enough credit.
He's a Hall of Famer. He hasn't had a losing fucking season.
He is so solid.
He did take over. He won a Super Bowl in his second season, and he inherited Ben Roethlisberger and a great defense. But there's no fucking way in 13 years that you don't have a losing season and your name is not Bill Belichick.
And, okay, the only thing that I will hold against Mike Tomlin, it's so little. But it's also like a meme moment.
Yeah.
Is when he stepped out in front of the play.
See, it's hilarious.
That was so funny. But, dude, come on.
Belichick,
come on.
Belichick put cameras in Bengals practice.
Yeah. I know.
That's a whole. I mean,
no, and we still hold that to Belichick. We will. Yeah,
as we should.
We always.
And he's still going to go down as one of the greatest, the greatest football coach.
It's still fuck the Patriots though.
It is everybody,
along with the Eagles and Colts and Texans.
It's just fuck the Patriots.
And all the AFC West, but the Raiders. But it's okay. I can respect those teams.
Raiders can suck my dick.
I will never respect the Eagles.
But they want to. Okay, here's
no. I don't care.
Okay, what? Okay, I want to get into this because you've said you're acting like an Eagles fan multiple times to me, and I haven't understood why it hurts me so bad.
Because you know they're terrible people, right?
The same thing can be said about Raiders fans.
It's different.
Because my very first football game was Chiefs Raiders, right?
Yes. Really?
Yeah. Very first football game.
Mine was the Raiders versus Eagles.
So
this, and I also have another.
And I don't hate. I mean, I hate the Raiders just for the sake of competition, but I don't hate the Raiders fans. You know.
Okay. You see, I hate the Eagle fans. I hate the majority of them. And this is due to when Michael Irvin broke his neck
Okay.
in Philly, as he was getting stretched out, the Eagles fans were laughing at him.
Okay.
Dude had a broken neck.
Broken freaking neck.
Broken neck. Also, when I went to I play Xbox a lot. I've been playing Xbox for probably about 15 years, I think.
Shit.
Long time. I grew
You're a
up.
vet. I only got an Xbox like in 2017.
Come on, man.
You been in? You been around the block a couple times.
Five-star general, man. Come on, man. Yeah, okay. But my dad, I basically grew up in video games, started playing Halo 1. I started with like Super Mario 64 on Nintendo, played Pac-Man, whatever, and then finally got an Xbox. Anyway, we met these dudes that my dad would play with. His name is Fozzie Bear. And then he had a son, and his account was DPG Washington. So I always call him Washington, but they're both named Brian, but I'll just call them by their gamer tag so you can differentiate them. Anyway, Washington ended up becoming like my best friend. He still is like one of my best friends, right? And my dad is like best friends with Fozzie Bear. So anyway, we ended up just after a long time. I think it was in 2017. I think the Eagles won it in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, so the year before
they fact checking right quick.
Yeah, I think the year before they won Super Bowl. Anyway, so we flew out to Philly, me and my dad for Christmas because there was a Raiders-Eagles game. And we were like, well, might as well just spend time with our boys. I mean, we've never met our boys in real life, really, at all, after like 12 years of playing with them. And,
it was a 2017 season, but the game was played in 2018.
Okay, yeah, so that was the year. That was the year they won Super Bowl. Anyway, so we're there at the game, right? Fozzie Bear buys our tickets and stuff. He gives us a place to stay. Good guy. He just said, buy your flights, and I'll cover the tickets, all that stuff. You guys can stay at my house. Cool house, by the way. This motherfucker's got like a straight aquarium in his house.
Shit.
Dude, it's badass.
Damn.
Damn. So we go to this game, right, and it's cold as fuck. I mean, I'm freezing. And the seats aren't like, we're pretty high up. So it's cold. And it's in Philly.
Yeah.
In the winter. So you know how it is.
Shit.
Well, actually, we'll backtrack. Just an example of how bad Eagles fans are. So the first time we get there, you always go and try a Philly cheesesteak, right, in Philly. You have to.
Sure.
And the cheese fries. So we go there, right? My dad's wearing a Raiders jacket. We rep where we go, And some Eagles fan walk us behind him, and he's like, the Raiders are about to get fucked, and just starts talking all this shit. And my dad's thinking, I'm about to get into a fight the first night in Philly. But they instantly just come talking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, whatever. Hold this, even though we end up losing. But anyway, but we're playing, and so it's kind of a semi-close game, I think, right? We end up losing anyway. But at one point, when we had Amari Cooper on our team,
recipes.
Damn, man, that's crazy. Derek Carr throws a touchdown to Amari Cooper, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, we back it. I'm throwing up the O. I'm screaming Raider Nation, O-Town, everything, right? And it gets called back. So I'm like, damn, man. I sat down, and this Eagles fan, he's drunk as fuck. He's been talking shit all game, sitting right next to me. He looks at me, and mind you, I'm only like 16, 17, something like that. And he just starts saying, fuck you, you stupid, and just all this stuff. I'm not even going to say it, but just
all the
really,
cuss words.
No, yeah, like, I mean, real derogatory, mean stuff, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck? What? Who?
Dude, you got a headbutt a motherfucker.
I said, sit the fuck down, guy, okay? Whatever. And then halftime comes. He gets up, and I stand up just to stand up, right? And I make sure I shoulder check that motherfucker and stare at him because I'm just like, dude, like, you're going to talk all this shit and you're not going to do anything. I hate you. I hate Eagles fans. That is my sole reason for hating Eagles fans. That was some of the worst people I've ever been around in my life. And then when he came back, didn't even look at me. He didn't even look at me.
See, I don't know if that's... Go ahead.
I will say, when I was leaving, there was an Eagles fan. He was like, hey, man, good game, and dapped me up. And I was like, okay, cool. And they're not all bad. And I know they're not all bad because I'm friends with two of them. But
see, I feel like that's more of a referendum against drunk guys.
And
drunk
Eagles
guys
fans.
at football games.
But also...
Okay, drunk Eagles fans.
No, but did you see how they celebrated when they won the Super Bowl?
True. They did.
True. They're terrible.
City on
I saw a dude eat dog shit.
No.
Wait, no, it was horse. It might be horse shit. I don't know. Some dude ate shit. He literally picked up an animal shit and ate it.
Oh my God.
So I think.
Listen, see, when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, it was just like a nice little.
It was cool. You guys were cool about it.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes was publicly drunk for 72 hours, and we just moved on. It was awesome. We had a nice summer.
It was fun. Man, I remember watching that game. I can't believe, dude, the 49. Patrick Mahomes is a bad man.
That is a bad. Like honestly, when we lost to the Raiders earlier this year, which We got a revenge game, November 22nd, 2020.
Just another loss on the record for the
Well,
Chiefs.
We'll talk about that.
Imagine having both your losses for the season being from the
Look,
Raiders.
man.
That's gonna suck.
I might just stop being a Chiefs fan at that point.
No, what the fuck? Come on. You're like a Patriots fan.
You're right. You are exactly right. I'm a hypocrite.
Don't do that. Come
But
on. I'll be pissed at you.
we were down, 13 at one point?
A lot.
We were
Quite
down a
bit.
good amount. And there was still like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm sitting there like, Patrick Mahomes is the best man.
You
on the
have a
fucking
chance.
planet.
No,
Exactly.
the whole time.
It doesn't matter. We could be down 3 touchdowns with 2 minutes to go.
And the thing is that's for, if you're a Chiefs fan, that's against any team.
And even outside of Patrick Mahomes, because in the last 3 games, aside from this Jets game where he threw 5 touchdowns, we've won the game
That ain't fair though.
without Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
We've run the game by playing good defense and running the ball.
Yeah.
Which
But
is fucking
you guys
terrifying.
you guys are also playing some trash cans, bro.
I mean, we beat the Ravens, we beat the Bills. I mean, the Jets are ass. I'm not gonna.
Jets, dude.
The Jets are a JV
It's like
NFL
it's like
team.
beating up a child with a stick.
And Adam Gase needs to lose his job.
For real.
I thought he was gonna get fired when Bill O'Brien got fired.
When
Stockton's coach got fired.
when the coach reckoning happened.
Yeah,
basically.
like it was like week 4 and week 5 when everybody started getting fired. I'm like, all right,
Yeah. And you're like,
Gase
he's
will
got to
lose his
go.
job.
But
Because
obviously,
Sam Darnold is talented. He's very talented.
but Adam Gase is
But Adam Gase is a son of a bitch.
so good. But you know how I just said that it's like when you're a Chiefs fan, you're never out of the game, really.
Right,
You're never
right.
feeling out of the game. See, I feel like the opposite with the Raiders. When we're winning, I'm thinking we're gonna lose.
See, when y'all beat the Saints, I was like, this is damn.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Somehow we always make the Saints our bitch.
Because the Saints, they
I don't
get
know why.
bitched out by the most weird teams. The fucking Vikings bitched them 2 years in a row in the playoffs.
Dude, the Vikings did the perfect trade with Stephon Diggs.
Honestly,
They did it so perfect. They did what the Jets should have done with Le'Veon Bell.
Exactly.
They knew Stephon Diggs wanted to be traded. So, like, all right, play the season. And they just fed him the ball. And they said, oh, he had a great season. Give me some picks. They're like, first round, there you go. And the Jets are just like, yeah, we're just going to cut Le'Veon Bell.
Exactly. and they lost. He played, 18 games for him and made $28 million.
I wish I could.
18 games, $28 million.
It kind of gives me the Sammy Watkins vibe.
See, Sammy Watkins.
I thought he was a bum when he got signed to the Chiefs.
Exactly. Everybody did. He was still like that screen game extraordinaire. He was gonna he could get loose a couple times.
I just
And
can't
then
believe he got paid that much.
when he came on the team, it was just like, all right, we've got a really good number 2 now. People wanted him to be number 1 because he was the fourth pick overall in his draft.
Yeah, well, talent it doesn't translate like that.
You're right.
Like Baker Mayfield for me right now, that's the saddest shit.
It's almost the same thing where
And
like
it's so sad.
he
because
was the
my
number
friend
1
is such
overall
a
pick,
fucking-
and he got drafted to the Browns, and everybody pays attention to the Browns because the Browns have been the Browns for 20 years.
And
so
him
people are-
saying, man, he would change it around too.
yeah,
He's got that confidence. He has the
got
personality
big dick
for it.
energy. He's got big dick
Yeah,
energy.
he's got what the Browns need. If you could get a better quarterback with that personality
Yeah.
onto the Browns, oh shit.
like even like a Justin Herbert with that kind of confidence.
Oh my god, bro, just big dick swinging.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
He has it, and I don't know why. Because dude, you kind of suck.
Because he's got a chip on his shoulder. He walked on twice.
Yeah, true. Okay, I
He
understand.
walked
Yeah,
on twice.
I should
and then
know
he
that.
won a Heisman.
Yeah, I should know that. My friend is a big OU fan. I'm an
Yeah.
OU fan now just because my friend is, and he said, if you're an OU fan, I'll be a Raiders fan. So, and he's a Baker fan too, so he's also a Browns fan. So that was hard. He was like, man, I can't believe I lost and won the same game when the Raiders beat the Browns, But yeah, no, Baker's cool. He's got a great story.
I mean, when you go out onto the field, so he walks on at Texas Tech and he says he proves himself. I'm the best at the most important position.
Yeah.
And then he transfers, walks on at Oklahoma, and says I'm the best at the most important position at the best school in this conference. He's like, motherfucker, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot and I'm the shit. And I won a Heisman.
He's a
Get
baller.
the fuck out of here.
He's a baller.
Get the fuck. Like honestly, Baker Mayfield.
He's a baller in college.
Yes.
And, God, he can.
he can
though, in
win
the NFL. We've
games.
seen it in the NFL. He's a
He
baller.
can win games.
I don't know what it is though.
It's like mind-boggling because it's the whole number 1 pick thing. Like, had he been the 10th overall pick in that same draft and he'd been playing just like he did, like, All right.
Or maybe if we would have gotten picked in the 6th round, we'd be looking at Tom Brady 2.0.
If he got drafted in the fucking 6th round, that's another fucking chip on his shoulder. And then he has to go out.
It's
and
also
ball.
just kind of a Heisman thing.
Yeah,
Heisman winners are always weird.
The same thing's happening to Lamar.
Yeah,
because he won the Heisman and then he won the Heisman at a smaller non-traditional football school in
he's
Louisville.
a bad man.
And then he gets drafted, the last pick in the 1st round.
I loved what he said too when he got drafted. He said they're gonna win. They're gonna get a Super Bowl out of me. Believe that. And I said okay.
And that's the problem now.
Right there, I said
He's put the chip on his shoulder. Like Josh Rosen did the same thing. He said, "There's 9 mistakes in front of me." Josh Rosen, you're sitting on a fucking practice squad now.
Josh, bro, what team is he even on? The Dolphins.
Buccaneers.
He's on the Bucs now.
Practice squad though. So
Wait, did he go to the Dolphins at first?
He got traded.
No, he went to the Cardinals, then Dolphins.
He went to the Cardinals, got traded to the Dolphins.
Damn, he didn't stay on the Dolphins very long.
And so, yeah, because he couldn't play. And so, with Lamar, he was the last. They put chips on his shoulder. So, and then he came out his first season and caught fire, and then the second season caught even bigger fire, won the fucking MVP.
Yeah,
and had the most important, had the best rushing attack in the history of the league. And so you put chips on his shoulders, like I'm the shit, because I've done all of this, I've closed the gap against everybody, and then exceeded them.
Yeah,
because I'm like that. And I've explained it to somebody. Like I say, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league because he is.
He is. There's no doubt about it.
Lamar Jackson is the best athlete in the league.
Yeah, there's a difference because you can be athletic but not be a good football player.
Exactly.
That's what my dad thought Saquon Barkley was going to be. He was like, okay, like you know how combine's stupid. You could have the best combine numbers in the world, but you could suck.
Right.
But you could have the worst combine and be a great NFL player.
Like
you know what I mean?
What's his name? Right tackle for the Baltimore Ravens, Orlando Brown.
Oh yeah,
the worst combine,
but he's great.
Very good. He's gonna get paid very nicely because he's a part of the most important rushing attack in the league. And that's where the Ravens in a couple of years are going to have their own issues with everything because they got to pay Lamar, they got to pay their offensive line, pay their defense. It's going to be a whole thing. But
and that, God, dude, that makes me think of DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
He is a bad man.
And
I wanted him so bad. I don't know why I wanted him. He wasn't going, and I was like, bro, we got to the 4th round. I'm thinking, oh my God, we need to do this, Dad. I'm texting my dad I want DK.
He went in the 2nd round, and that's another thing, chips on your shoulder. Because we saw that picture of him before the combine. He goes to the combine, runs that fucking ridiculous 40.
Yeah.
And then and then they're like, because his 3-cone drill was off, he's going to drop to the bottom of the 2nd round. And the Patriots are going to take N'Keal Harry before him, who hasn't done shit.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
He's caught 17 passes.
Yeah.
Or something stupid.
I don't know. It's also probably because he's black, right?
Yeah.
The Patriots do really well with white receivers.
True.
It's a weird thing, but although Julian Edelman's kind of being weird now.
That's confusing. I'm telling you, the Patriots have got to be the most confusing football team in the league right now because for 20 years, and when I got into football, one of the first games I remember is that Giants-Patriots game, the Super Bowl. When the fucking, what's his name? No, it was the second one. When Ahmad Bradshaw or Brandon Jacobs sat down in the back of the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
When they fell into the end zone.
Yeah.
That was one of the very first, the very first game I remember was Saints-Colts, that Super Bowl. But then, because I didn't start watching sports in general until 2012, 2013, like you said. Because the first draft that I remember was Andrew Luck, and that was 2012.
Yeah, see, I never actually watched the draft, really. I only started watching the draft up probably 2016.
Yeah. The draft is probably one of my favorite
I love
things
it now,
about
though.
the NFL.
Yeah, I love it now, though.
Yeah.
Just because it's
it's a whole thing. It's a whole spectacle. It's fun.
I mean, it's cool until you drafted Jamarcus Russell. You know?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Jamarcus Russell. Okay, what happened to him exactly?
So, it just wasn't. I don't want to make excuses for him. Obviously, he sucked. But him becoming the highest paid player in the league as a rookie was definitely not a good thing.
That was the worst thing. Because you eliminate putting a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, him also gaining a lot of weight. there's a lot of reasons as to why he sucks so bad. That's on him, but there's also a lot of things on the Raiders. But
they drafted him.
Yeah, basically, yeah. No, and like honestly, when you look at the team he had, I mean, he had so many good weapons around him though too that also made him good.
Tim Brown still on the team?
In 2007?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Maybe.
Because I know Jerry Rice played forever.
I think they played up until like 2004 because Tim Brown ended up going to the Bucks.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But it just didn't work, man. And especially you knew it wasn't going to work either when they gave him the tapes to watch.
With
and then
$100, like the playbook with a $100 bill in the back of it.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have anything in it.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, did you watch that?" Like, yeah, I understand it a lot better now. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, it just didn't work out, man. And it sucks. And then after he got cut, like just going to like fucking buying drugs, and then the police rolling up on him, and should I stop talking? Okay. But this is fun, Felix. We're gonna do this again. But yeah, no, like when he was after he got cut, man, he was buying codeine from someone or something. I don't know. Anyway, that dude ended up getting busted by the cops, and then Jamarcus was there, so he also got busted too. It's just bad luck, man, and it sucks because he actually doesn't seem like that bad of a guy.
Yeah,
he just seems like he has issues not being lazy.
It sounds a lot like somebody who's on the Raiders now and Darren Waller, because Darren Waller had that whole
and he
addict,
turned his life around.
That is
such that made me want to cry.
And he's probably,
did you see that video?
See, it's on my YouTube to watch.
Oh,
I'm watching
my
it.
God, it makes you want to cry, dude. It is so inspirational. And I'm not even saying just because I'm a Raiders fan. Right. I would say I don't give a fuck if you're on Chiefs or Eagles and you do that. That is so inspirational. I mean, dude, from being a drug addict in high school, going into college to the point where you get drafted to getting basically kicked out of the league because you're so fucked up on drugs, to stocking groceries because you're suspended from the NFL for a year, and then the Raiders he was
on practice squad, wasn't he?
Yeah, he went somewhere. I think he went to like a tryout or something like that. Yeah, well, he got cut from Baltimore.
Okay.
No, wait, no, he didn't. I don't remember. Anyway, I just remember John Gruden said he saw him at practice. He's like, "Who is this guy?" And then he was signed, and then he was starting, and then now he's one of the best tight ends in the NFL.
That's legit.
It's insane. It's beautiful to see, dude. That gives so much hope. I mean, if you're ever going through anything like that, like you can stop it. And like mine is not really as serious. Like, so I don't know, you know me. I vaped quite a bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I stopped. I just threw it away. I woke up one day and I was like, bro, why am I doing this to my body?
Right.
Like, it's because at a point it's probably going to get to the point where my body will not be able to reverse what I'm doing to my lungs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just got up, I threw it all away. And then I just put it in my dumpster and then took my dumpster out of the curb and watched the fucking dump truck and put it in there. You know what I mean?
And you just went cold turkey. You didn't have to like siphon it off.
No. Yeah. So, yeah, I just stopped because it's been like maybe 2 weeks now. And I was so scared because I was looking up like the withdrawals of nicotine, and they're saying it's about as addictive as cocaine.
Jesus
and I'm
Christ.
like, I believe that shit. I believe that. I've never done cocaine, but nicotine's addictive, man.
Okay, cocaine's got to be pretty fucking good for people to keep going. Like, you see...
Bro, like a little bag is probably like $60.
Yeah, but like you see all these people strung out on, or you in movies or whatever. It probably would have been worse if we were...
Just trying to get that next fix.
Exactly. Like, cocaine's got to be pretty fucking good.
And it's like a brain... For me, nicotine, like that, it was like I was looking into it, and it was talking about how it's a brain activator, like you doing the motion of it, just putting it to your mouth, it tells your brain, this is good, we need this or whatever. So that's why it's kind of easy to replace. You can do it with like I've been using chapstick a lot more now.
Yeah.
Emily got me chapstick for a spooky basket. Thank you, by the way. I love you, Emily. And it's kind of like giving me the same like activation.
Like you get to put it up into your mouth.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And but yeah, man, that sucked for like the first few days because I was like, man, I wonder if I'm gonna have all these withdrawals. And I really didn't. The only thing I had was kind of like anxiety a lot more, right? Because that shit calms you down. Like you get a buzz, your body starts tingling and shit.
Like, cause I bite my nails. I bite my nails. I've been biting my nails since I was as long as I can remember, And like it's just because I mean I get that like you have to put up to your mouth. It's like it kind of calms you a
it's
little
something
bit.
with your brain, man, and how
like
it's
you're like
emotion.
calming yourself. You don't really need anybody else.
And you get into the habit of things. Like it's weird, man. But it's. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't like for the first few days. I was like, dude, I need it. Like this is so difficult. Like, and I told my friends this is the best thing you could do too. If you have friends who also do the same thing you do, tell them to tell you no. Mm-hmm. I told my friends. I'm not gonna say their names because I don't know if they want them out there or whatever. But I was just like, I'm stopping. You need to tell me no 100% of the time. 100% of the time. You cannot let me do this. So that's what they're doing, and it's working. Because obviously, like I've asked, and now I just kind of ask like a joke, but I don't know like if they would give it to me if I wouldn't hit it.
Right.
Like it's so weird. Like I don't feel like I need it, but it's almost just like. I mean, like, I would hit it because why not? I mean, but I don't know. I feel like I have enough, like, willpower that I wouldn't hit it, though.
Right.
Like hit it, enjoy, or whatever, any sort of nicotine. But, yeah, it was weird. And hopefully after, like, 30 days or so, it will, like, build a habit for my body that I don't need it. So I won't even really, like think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just, it was an interesting experience. And because I tried once before and that failed.
Yeah.
And because I told Emily, I was like, yeah, I'm going to stop it. And then, there I was like 2 days later. And she was like, I thought you were stopping. I was like, yeah, I tried. It didn't work.
That's funny. Let's switch to something that we both were at least interested by. And it kind of opened my eyes to a billion different things. And that we kind of talked about Rogan a little bit earlier. And
where we're going.
Kanye West on Rogan
should be the president of the United States of America.
And I don't agree
in
with you
2024.
I don't
and
agree
maybe
with
not Kanye, but someone with the same beliefs and views as him and a younger person. Because they will lead the younger generation, and we are the younger generation, and we will be leading this country here soon. And I don't want some 80-year-old fart who might die in office to be my president, who's also possibly a rapist and or a suspected pedophile. I'm talking about you, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden, which Joe Biden's probably president of the United States now. That's okay. But yeah, Kanye, I think he'd be a great choice. I got made fun of today, actually, by Emily for it. So, and my dad on Twitter, too. Love you, Dad.
So my view on it was the reason why people are so anti-Kanye, outside of him blowing up and do whatever, like his wearing the Make America Great Again hat or whatever it was, I think people are afraid of people like Kanye because he has all these radical ideas. And he has all these things that he says. He's a visionary or an engineer, like he says. But he has the power and the money to do it. And he has the influence, too.
He has the mind to do it, too, man.
Right.
And I think, honestly, listening to that podcast.
I don't know if he has the mind because there's still definitely hints of some mental illness. Like, even if you listen to the interview, there's still some, like, he calls them symphonies. For some people, that might be ADHD. Like, he just kind of just goes on... just like rambles, and it's like he's like, so what's your favorite color? He goes, my favorite color is red because red represents violence. And then like it's like, okay, and then he says 10 different things.
he has I think he has so much going through his mind. It is like ADHD.
It's kind of like he kind of needs a filter. Like he's 10 different people inside of one.
And it kind of made it seem like when he was talking about his medication, like his medication almost maybe of what it made.
And that's
it
what
worse.
sucks about medication too, because I mean,
I feel so bad for him.
Exactly, like it takes creativity away from Kanye. Is literally he made his $1 billion based off of creativity. The music, the fashion, the whatever it was.
Oh, the fat, hey.
Yeah.
You see him. The Yeezys, baby. Hey, come on. Yay, 2024. For president, baby. Come on.
So,
I'm going to get a new pair, by the way.
You are? How much those cost?
These were under retail. I got them for $199.
Shit.
The retail for $220. We can't tell Emily that I'm going to get a new pair.
Okay.
So hopefully you don't watch
this far
into the. Hopefully you don't watch this far into it. But I'm gonna get a new pair. She wasn't sure about these, and then I put them on foot. And she's like, "Okay, they're pretty cool."
Yeah, I can see. I
like
see how that like you're like, oh, I don't like that, but once you put them on,
I like them, man. They look cool. To me, they look cool.
Yeah, I like them.
I like them. So I'm gonna get a new pair.
But yeah, the thing with Kanye is like he has all these things that he wants to do, and he can do them, and so people are afraid. It's almost kind of like with the whole Bernie situation, like. Since he's so invested with everything that he says, he might actually fucking do them, and there might be some real change. And what if that change doesn't work?
People don't like change.
Exactly.
But you got to try. That's the thing, dude. Why are you going to sit in the same spot and like this is with anything. Why you sit in the same spot and just not try to change your life if it's in a shitty position?
Mm-hmm.
So basically America.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
and I also think from what it was sounding like, I don't know if this is true, but him supporting wearing the MAGA hat and all that shit, it kind of seemed like to me when he was talking about on the podcast that he was just doing it because he was like, see, someone who doesn't have a political background can also be
Yeah.
president. They can do it.
It was just more of,
You don't.
fuck. Did you see that computer just flip on?
Damn.
I'm kind of scared now. I think the door's locked, so it's just me and you in here.
Yeah, well, plus you're big. You can fight motherfuckers.
But I'm scared.
What do you mean?
I'm a big scary motherfucker.
No, but I think he was just, I don't know, man. Maybe he does support Trump, and if he does, that's fine, whatever. But
He's entitled
just-
to his own opinion or whatever.
yeah, and I just think it just seemed like from the podcast on Joe Rogan, it just seemed like he was doing it because he's like, see, I could do it too.
And kudos to Rogan too, because he just shut up.
Yeah,
He just like,
dude. When
so
you have
Kanye,
someone like that,
what-
you don't need to talk.
and honestly, because either one, so people are gonna form their opinions based off of him. They're either gonna like him, they're either gonna love him, or they're kind of be, yeah, you're either gonna like him or you're gonna love him. There's not really
Yeah.
an in between, because I love him. I just don't think he should be the president like you do, just because there are some
Yeah, and I
things.
guess I don't really think he should be president exactly.
Right.
It's just going up against Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I would choose Kanye over both of them.
because they've got their proven records of being shitty.
Yeah, and
'Cause, I
honestly,
checked Biden's name on the thing. I was like, fuck.
yeah, you're like, God damn it.
I mean, I can't really vote because you vote for Kanye this year, you kind of
Did
take
you
away
vote?
votes. Yeah, I did. I checked Biden's name. I'm like,
You did? I didn't vote.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to vote for either of them. And I don't know. We could talk about this later. Continue what you're saying, man. Because me and Emily got into a argument too.
people tell you to choose the lesser of two evils. Like, why the fuck?
Why would I do that?
that?
No, that makes no sense.
I mean, and I don't know if you brought this up earlier. Just we were talking earlier, and you said, why are there only two options?
No,
the whole
yeah.
two-party system is fucked
well,
up.
yeah,
in
there's
this
not
country.
two options, but there's basically only two options.
Yeah, because I mean, even if you
until we
check-
start considering the third, fourth, and fifth candidate for being president, we're gonna be stuck here, and then we're always gonna be choosing the lesser of two evils.
Mm-hmm. And even if you check the green, libertarian, or independent, whatever it is,
They're not gonna win.
they're not going to win. So you're almost wasting your vote, which they tell you if you. I mean,
They're saying
vote
if you,
for the.
they're saying if you don't vote, you're wasting your vote. But if you do vote for someone who isn't Joe Biden or Donald Trump, you're kind of also wasting your vote because I'm not gonna lie. What's her name? Jo
Jorgensen.
Jorgensen. She's like 70 million votes behind Joe Biden. So,
But like,
one vote ain't doing it.
I
but,
even feel like my vote's wasted being here. Kansas went to Trump by what, 15 points? So I mean, what was the point of me voting for Biden if the Electoral College controls it? Just like
yeah, that's
in
what I'm saying. Yeah,
2016?
in your state, like your popular vote, it could all go towards a Democratic Party, right?
Now, if my vote
then-
might count more in Ohio or Florida or Wisconsin,
Yes.
Michigan, like we're seeing play out now, because right now we don't exactly have someone. It's looking like it's Biden, but who knows?
Yeah,
Probably Biden.
most likely Biden. Sadly, God,
Yeah,
I would have rather have had a fish,
a goldfish with a longer.
I'd rather have me
attention
as
span.
president. I'd rather have me as
Hey,
president
vote KJ
because
2024.
I would have chose a good vice president, and then I would have quit, and then they would have been president. I would have been like, Dr. Ben Carson, will you be my vice president?
Kasich. Kasich isn't a bad dude. Who else? You know what I
Kanye,
heard?
honestly, Kanye want to be my vice president?
Tony Dungy.
What?
Yeah. The thing I heard
Has he
about,
thought about it?
I don't know if he's thought about it, but I've heard that name. I've probably just heard it one time.
By the way,
And
who is Tony Dungy? Just
Tony
for the
Dungy
audience,
is the ex-head coach for the Colts.
who was previously the most wins for a black NFL coach in the history.
Right before the great Mike Tomlin
Mike
took
Tomlin.
over. Now, Tony Dungy, I think what people see in him is a steady hand,
Mm-hmm.
which, I mean, that's what they're hoping for in Biden, but if they see a steady hand, it's just going to be like, all right, he's going to be Tony Dungy every day. He's not going to be high or low. It's just Tony fucking Dungy.
Yeah. Oh, God, dude, I don't know, man. Fuck, I'm also just not really caring about the politics either.
Right.
I stopped caring because it seems so toxic, dude.
Now, if you would have told me 3 years ago that I would have been completely out of not caring about politics or whoever the fuck won, then I'd probably tell you that you were crazy.
Oh, so you were really into politics?
Oh,
huh?
yeah, I was a Democrat through and through, and now I see politics just as like they treat it too much like sports, where like you go on MSNBC, CNN, or Fox, and they set up, they put the Democrat on one side, the Republican on one side, and then the so-called moderator on the other side, and then they just argue at it, and then they keep the 24-hour news cycle going, and so it's just on all day. So I've formed my opinions based off what other people are telling me because they have all the facts. Maybe not all the facts, but they form their own opinion, and it seems so appealing. It's basically Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp arguing about.
Oh, God.
You don't like Skip Bayless, do you?
Oh, I don't mind them. I enjoy them.
I love Skip Bayless.
I think he's an idiot, but he does his job very well, and his job is to make outlandish statements and give me something to watch, and then give me something to watch on Twitter when people take it serious.
Exactly. And the thing about Skip Bayless is he makes his outlandish opinions seem logical,
viable. Yeah,
it makes he makes them make sense because he doesn't have the energy of Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharp. I seem more ridiculous.
I really don't like Stephen A. Smith, to be honest.
Stephen A. Smith, I've lost favor with him.
I like Shannon though.
Shay, oh yeah, Uncle Shay.
Oh yeah, Shay.
Yeah. So
Goat James.
Yeah, goat fucking James.
Goat James.
And he's like, he takes, in my opinion, he probably takes the more popular opinion.
Yeah.
With the whole LeBron, like maybe on the LeBron debate, but he like makes it more entertaining because
he's a lot more of an entertainer.
When he played, you can go back and watch his mic'd up and all that shit. Like he's an entertaining individual.
He's just funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like
he's
legit.
Just naturally and fucking
not
funny.
Dumb. He knows what the fuck he's talking about because he was. He'll tell you, I won 3 Super Bowls, played 14 years in the league, 8 Pro Bowls. He'll fucking say it at least on the show one time.
Yeah, maybe one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He's in the Hall of Fame too, right?
Yeah,
he's a Hall of Fame tight end. I mean, come on. Sure, it was for the Broncos.
Fuck the Broncos.
But he did have a stint with the Ravens though, in Hard Knocks in 2003.
Yeah, Super Bowl with them.
Yeah.
Oh, Shannon Sharp, like he's a legit dude.
Bad motherfucker.
That's like he's.
The real question is, another person who is also on that team may or may not have committed murder.
Ray Lewis killed somebody.
Ray Lewis killed somebody.
Fuck! I heard a joke from a comedian. I can't think.
It's called murder, Ray.
Yes.
The whites. Listen, he killed somebody.
What was
and
that?
And you know what? He may have asked for forgiveness, and he is super. Notice how he became really religious after that? Okay, but also, dude, wait, okay, Bill Burr did a thing on Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
He said he's like, there's no way I can not watch Ray Lewis and just not feel fucking inspired. To just feel like you're not a piece of shit because he's working out and you're sitting here watching him work out.
Yeah.
Dude, Ray Lewis is, oh my God.
Okay, 2 things. I think it was Segura.
I can't believe he killed
Tom
someone.
Segura, the comedian, he had a joke and he was like, they're like, that motherfucker was so good at football. They said, you can just kill one of them. Just kill one person and you're good. I think it was him. I'm not sure. It might have been 10 other comedians. I mean, I spend most of my free time watching stand-up comedy. But, and then like another really inspirational thing about Ray Lewis, I think it was his stepfather that beat his mother and shit.
Yes.
But he would go into the garage, take a deck of cards, turn over the cards. If it said 5 push-ups. Turn over the card.
Yes, I remember hearing this.
Do 8 push-ups.
He also
ace is a 10 or ace is whatever. But like every time you turn over the card, you do push-ups until you get through with the deck. And then he's like, one day I'm gonna beat the shit out this motherfucker. I don't know if he did, and that might have been the motherfucker he killed, but
oh shit.
I don't know. I don't know the details on that.
We don't know, and we don't even know if he murdered a guy. We're just
it's alleged. It's all alleged.
It's like saying Tupac's in Cuba, which is all. Well, hold on.
I think Tupac's in Cuba.
Oh, okay. Hold on. After I say this, we're gonna have a fucking argument. Okay. There was also a thing about Ray Lewis is he said something about how he would go into his high school and see his dad's records on there.
Yes.
And he's like, I won't stop until I beat every one of his records. How
like
Ray
he
Lewis
became a wrestler. He became a wrestler because he wanted to beat his dad's records.
Imagine that type of competitive curiosity.
Like honestly, me and my dad, we don't have a good relationship, but I don't know if I hate that motherfucker like that.
Yeah, I have a good relationship with my dad. I love my dad. So.
Yeah, that's good for you. I did a whole episode of the podcast talking shit about my dad.
Right on.
Episode 14, the Bad Dad episode.
Okay. I think I might have seen that.
Yeah, because that was one of the first ones I didn't hear.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that because I feel like we talked about this and how you had a podcast. I was like, I'm going to look at this motherfucker.
Yeah. Now you're here.
I know. Now I'm here. Hey, dude, I'll be back too.
You were definitely,
I'll be back Wednesday if you want.
Yeah. We can figure something out because we might be able to record another podcast for the Collegian.
Yeah.
Talk
And
shit.
honestly, even then, I don't even need. Come to Jesus podcast is it better than the Hutchinson Collegian podcast? I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not saying anything. I am in the middle.
See, I think we're starting a little rivalry with some of the other people, but
I know.
That's
They
the
were
whole
so
thing.
hostile.
honestly, like, it was just like, yeah, me and Kayla are going to record a podcast. Oh, really? Like, yeah.
Well,
shit,
it's also
damn.
because we told them we were going to send it to them last Sunday, and
Look, man.
we did not get around to it. We forgot. I forgot. You also forgot. We both forgot.
So,
Damn.
Tupac's in Cuba?
Oh, my fucking God. Okay, you're an idiot. If you think that. Whoever thinks that's stupid.
I don't have any evidence. I just like saying that Tupac's in Cuba.
It genuinely upsets me. Tupac is one of the greatest people to ever grace the earth. And we're talking about how we're making that he is one man who should not have conspiracy theories behind him. He's dead as all hell. Although, as I say, we should have conspiracy theories. Suge Knight killed Tupac Shakur.
Suge Knight killed most
That
of
is
the rappers.
that is a fact. And if you disagree with that fact, well, you're wrong.
You're entitled to your own opinion.
Not this one. Tupac is dead because of Suge Knight.
All right, so Tupac is dead. Is the Notorious B.I.G. dead?
He's for sure dead.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have been dead, if he ain't dead from he got shot, right?
Yeah.
If he wasn't
In
gonna die from
Vegas.
that, he would die probably from.
He went to the West Coast. He made a mistake. He went to the fucking West Coast. And so, and probably the worst time for a New Yorker to go to the West Coast. But, okay, so I say my opinions now. I think Tupac is alive because he has the same birthday as my mom, and it makes me feel good that he's alive.
Okay,
So-
that's pretty cool. Actually, I can't. Let me be honest.
Tupac's
You're like
alive.
the only
June
person.
16th. Happy birthday, mama. But June 16th.
Happy birthday, Miss Johnson.
Yeah.
We love you. Late
Greatest.
birthday. But
Late birthday and early birthday.
Hey.
Man. So I say Tupac's alive. Notorious B.I.G. is definitely dead.
that motherfucker dead.
Now, Paul
Although
Walker.
no, you can't. Oh my God.
Now that last scene in the fucking Furious 7 when they
that's so
drive
sad.
off.
I really didn't care. I mean, I really don't care. But it's sad. But I'm not really like a big Paul Walker fan.
Okay,
but
I'm not
still,
either. I just think he's alive. I mean,
dude. No, man. He got burned alive in his car.
all right.
He hit a fucking tree or pole or whatever, going a lot of miles per hour.
But
And
I just think it's too convenient that the guy who's famous for driving fast cars in movies dies by driving a fast car in real life.
hey, man, you do something for so long, you live that life, you become. I mean, like for example, so you ever seen Sons of Anarchy?
It's on my Netflix list.
It's so good, but the main character, Jax Teller, played by Charlie Hunnam, great actor by the way. And honestly, let's be real, he should have been the dude in 50 Shades of Grey. If it wasn't for him having
That's the hill you want to die on.
if it wasn't for him having a meltdown, he is way. Let's be real. He is. If I was gay, I would be gay for Charlie Hunnam. He is the sexiest man alive. Up there with probably Brad Pitt, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Tom Hardy. Also, but he became that character.
Yeah.
Like it got to the point where he doesn't drive cars at that point when he was filming the show. He would only drive or only ride motorcycles.
Shit.
He would wear white Air Force Ones all the time, like the character does in the show. He would dress like him. It was, you just become that, man. Like
Yeah.
you
Especially
you
like when
invest
you play a character in a TV show
for
that lasts
so
long. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did for 7 seasons. It's a great show.
And then like
I mean,
Fast and
goddamn.
Furious lasted, it's still going on.
Yeah, it's
since,
still going in, but
2002
he
or
was up
whatever.
until,
like 2013, 2014.
yeah, I mean, up until the 7th one. I mean, they had to Photoshop him in at the end
Yeah, I
of the
think they
7th,
used his
but,
brother and shit.
but he was in it before,
Yeah, they're still
but
in
yeah,
the
they used his
process.
brothers,
Mhm.
brothers, and then CGI. But yeah, no, I mean, you probably live that life, and you just like, this shit's kind of fun,
Yeah.
even though we're doing it in a movie. But I mean,
And
what's
it's
the word?
completely safe, and there's professionals doing. I mean, not completely safe because
Yeah.
you know what I heard? Kanye, Bruce Lee, Jason Lee. I've been meaning to do some research. Brandon Lee. Brandon. What did I say?
You said Jason.
Who the fuck is Jason?
Who the fuck is Jason? I mean, that motherfucker with the hockey mask. I mean, let's be real.
All right, sorry, Jason. Shit. Halloween already passed.
Maybe he turned on the computer.
Hey, Jason, chill, bruh.
Yeah.
But Brandon Lee and Bruce Lee.
They were killed.
Now, I heard that Bruce Lee, or Kanye said that Bruce Lee was, what was he, poisoned?
No, he was killed by some the Chinese mafia or some shit like that. Something like that.
See, that shit, it
then-
interests me, but, like, I don't have the energy to just, like, go and read.
Look it up. Yeah, I haven't yet.
Because, I mean, I like hearing, like, something like Bush did 9/11 and JFK was an inside job and the CIA killed
The
Martin Luther King.
JFK shit is so
Because
interesting.
when you watch, okay, I'm kind of a fucked up individual for going and seeking out the footage
No.
of him being shot.
Who
because
hasn't done it? I think the Umbrella Man did it.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know exactly who did it, but it's obvious that it's coming from a different angle because the first shot goes through his neck when you first see him, and it's like, oh shit, he got shot, but that would have just made him a vegetable. So the second shot just kind of puts him out of his misery. But it comes from almost
Dude, another angle. There was two shooters.
it comes almost from beside him, and it hits him in the head and puts him out of his misery.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the Umbrella Man then. You ever heard that theory?
I haven't.
There's some dude, if you watch the video, he's in a trench coat, and it's like dressed up like for winter weather.
And it's
with a
Dallas in the middle
fucking
of November.
umbrella. And at this time, they were making umbrella guns, right? And he's sitting there with his umbrella, and they're saying, like, when he drove by, that's when he got shot by the umbrella guy.
Huh.
But, I mean, also, I don't know. It's just kind of a cool theory. It sounds cool, so that's why I like it.
I like hearing things that, like, may or may not
Yeah,
be
you're
true.
like, fuck. Like,
And I'm like, well, I mean,
and they were making umbrella guns at that time.
hypothetically.
And
we'll
why was
never
he
know
dressed like
either.
that? The dude's sitting there with an umbrella like this, just by himself. Like this. Why? Why are you there?
I think there's a theory about a woman that did it too, but I'm not 100%.
Well, fuck, if you watch ID channel, women do a lot of shit.
a woman, Gerald Ford almost got killed by a woman twice.
Who?
Gerald Ford, after Nixon, because I listened to this podcast. I think it just ended because they do him right up until the election. It was called, what was it called? Oh, shit. Basically, very presidential. And it just went through different presidents and, like, the shitty things they did. The very first one that I listened
Oh
to
my God,
was
imagine one
JFK
Donald
and
Trump.
how he fucked a spy. And so there's, like, 18.
Oh, he fucked a spy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you were a single man, that's maybe a bucket list item.
But he was a married man and the president of the United States. So.
Yeah. So piece of shit, real piece of shit. He was a cheating son of a bitch.
Oh, there's one more.
He was a cheating son of a bitch.
See, yeah, there's
cannot
one of
forget about
Ulysses
that.
S. Grant. But yeah, it's very interesting. There's because Gerald Ford, Andrew Johnson, Richard Nixon, FDR, John Tyler, Teddy Roosevelt, Andrew Jackson, Thomas Jefferson.
Andrew Jackson, that motherfucker's hard, bro.
Jefferson was a
You hear about the shit Andrew Jackson did though?
Andrew Jackson is just,
Some dude had beef with him, so he said, "Fuck you! I'll walk out in the middle of the street. And we'll have a gunfight."
and then he got shot.
He got shot, and then guess what?
The motherfucker died. That's
That's hard.
that might be the most gangster president of all time.
That is the most gangster president. Well, no, actually, no, wrong. Dwight D. Eisenhower is in fact.
What happened? Okay, explain to me what happened with Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Oh, he's just a bad dude. I mean, from Abilene, Kansas.
Yeah.
The first person to land a helicopter in Texas. Why do I know that? I don't know, but I do know that.
Good job for knowing that.
He was a 5-star general in World War II.
Yes, sir.
As he was the president of the United States of America.
Teddy Roosevelt too. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Teddy Roosevelt like killed fucking elephants.
But Dwight just seemed like a good dude. There was really no bad things on Dwight. It seemed like, and he also stopped Russia and the United States from blowing each other the fuck up. As there was tension there, and they were thinking about blowing each other up. And Dwight was like, "Okay, you guys, we need to sit down and have a talk."
Chill, bro. Damn.
Yeah, and he sat down and he talked, and next thing we know, we're friends with them. And yeah, man, he's just a badass dude. There's really nothing super bad about Dwight. I mean, I don't know. Like
Now with Thomas Jefferson,
he's just cool, man. I don't know. 34th president of the United States. I had a book about him for some reason in the 5th grade, And that's why I liked him, because I was like, fuck it, this is the first person I've ever learned about. He's
But
my
Thomas
homie.
Jefferson was an asshole because his wife's father, his father-in-law, was a slave owner,
Oh, shit.
and upon his death, he like gave his daughter and Thomas Jefferson all of their. Okay, she inherited like all the slaves and everything, but like he said, free this one because he loved her, and like some of Thomas Jefferson's sisters-in-law were half slaves. So,
Well,
but Thomas Jefferson was like, "Nah, I'm gonna have kids by her too."
oh, so he was just fucking people.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these podcasts is just like these motherfuckers just fucking. They just was slanging dick. That's most of what these episodes are about. Richard Nixon. Now listen to that one because that.
Oh, he was a dick slinging motherfucker.
Well,
Wait, who was the guy in the Watergate?
Nixon.
Was that Nixon? Yeah,
That was
that
Nixon.
makes sense. Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you got to be president. You got to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be at least somewhat manipulative. If you have any sort of power, you have to be a little manipulative to like to oppress some people. If you're rich, if you're
We're live again back here at the Come to Jesus podcast with Felix Anshin featuring KJ Ryan.
Do you just want the podcast? Because you introed the fuck out of that. Because, damn, son.
I don't know. I love podcasts. I think it'd be super. I've just never had one like this. This is the shit. I'm gonna be so sad when you move away.
Yeah, I got 20 days left. Yeah. 20 days till I'm gone for it. Well, 21 days technically, but 20 days.
I'll miss you, Felix.
Well, yeah. I'll miss you too. I won't miss Hutch.
Yeah, I've only known you for like less than 5 months, though.
Well, yeah.
Which is crazy.
I wish I would have joined the fucking staff sooner.
I know. This would have been so much. Man, this would have been sick.
It really would have been fun.
Damn.
And I've already done so much work for that damn newspaper. And then just to get yelled at for not turning in a podcast sooner.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fucking Z.
I like Z, though. Z's cool as fuck. Z's cool as fuck. I like Z. She was in my math class. My math class, dude, oh my God, dude. Fuck. I don't even know if I'm going to pass, dude. I have it online right now because I dropped it because I started failing in class. So I was like, Brad, you got to get me out of there. Brad Hollier, the advisor.
Brad, the advisor?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Journalism majors basically get him as their advisor.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, you got to drop me, man. So he drops me. I pick it up, and basically I'm just cheating my way through college algebra online right now. Set the midterms and final. That's proctored, and it's not multiple choice.
There's no way I would have graduated high school. Because, okay, I went to private Christian high school in Wichita, Kansas. College prep. So I graduated high school with 27 college credits. And about 24 of them I didn't actually earn because I copied most people's work. Which you almost have to. Because the shit that they tell you that you have to do, because there's no reason. I am a digital media major, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck
do I need college algebra?
Exactly.
Why is y equals mx plus b gonna help me with my photography?
Why
bro?
the fuck do I need to know every bone in the body?
Well, yeah. What the fuck? What?
I mean, I broke my fucking leg. It's broken. What else do I need to do? That's why I need to talk to doctor.
That's for a doctor. No, I'm not being a doctor.
I'm not gonna
dude.
be a fucking.
I'm not gonna be a doctor. Listen, hey, I wouldn't mind being rich as fuck, but
it's too much
dude,
work.
yeah, honestly, fuck that stress.
Honestly,
like,
and see,
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like working at a superstore. I do. I enjoy it. I think I'd be a great manager.
Yeah.
Me and Jordan, my friend who also works at the superstore with me, Dylan's. Well, he's an architect guy. He's making bank, but he also works at Dylan's. Mm-hmm. So he's kicking ass. Good job, Jordan. Mm-hmm. Dude, we would be great managers. We work our ass off, and it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would like to do it.
See, there's nothing more rewarding than feeling like you've done something legit. Like I was just like, cause I had a guest on last week with Isaac Bayal. He does a lot of shit with WSU. He started his own company to
Oh yeah, right on.
the Shockwave Digital Network, and he's a whole thing doing that. He's a sports media guy, and so like what I told him, there's nothing more rewarding than like having something that you're proud of. Like you see, I follow you on Instagram, have you on Snapchat and everything. And whenever you post your pictures, like I know KJ's really fucking proud of that. Whenever I post a video or post a podcast, I'm like there's nothing better than like seeing this. Like this is really fucking good.
And that's why when I see your shit on Instagram, I'll repost it.
Yeah,
because I know you love this shit. Because you talk about it all the time, bro. This is why I wanted to be on it.
Yeah, like because I mean, this is what I want to do.
Yes,
this is like honestly, this doesn't look like hard work. I'm got my feet kicked up. we're sitting on a couch. Shit is comfortable as fuck. I might sleep here tonight, but this is what I want to do. And once I sit down and edit it over there, I get all the audio together, line it up properly. I mean, it's stressful as fuck sometimes, but there's nothing better than like.
I know, that's how I feel, dude. Editing photos, taking photos. I mean, doing that shit is so fun. Cause like when you see it and you see the finished product, you're like, hell yes. Or when you take photos for a couple, like I took photos. Me and Emily, we did a photo shoot actually for our friend Jordan, also who is also dating a girl named Emily.
I'll probably superimpose some of the pictures in here just to show off some of your work.
Yeah, if you want, we took a couple photos of him, and that's super cool, man. Just to see, because you know maybe they'll print those photos off and hang them up, right? You know what I mean? Like just something. Like taking engagement photos, for example, you could have your work in someone's household for the rest of their life, and they'll be like, "Yeah, like he took my engagement photos, like he did a great job." You know what I mean? That's something,
and it's worth
that
more.
It could last a lifetime, and that's worth more than just getting paid. To me, you know what I mean? Like you can make someone's life happy with that. That's great.
Because I'm gonna go home on Saturday and start shooting this short documentary that I was kind of talking to you about earlier.
Yes.
And
tell us more.
It's gonna have the main focus is gonna be like my grandma, and she was shot in '92. I've already posted a video on my personal channel, and she was shot in '92. I've never seen her walk. She's been paralyzed since '92.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna talk to my mom, my aunt, my cousin, and my cousin. His mom, who is my grandma's daughter, she passed away 3 years ago now. Yeah, it'll be 3 years on the 21st of this month, and so. I just want to. I mean, even when I was texting my cousin, I was like, "Hey, can I interview you? I'll ask you like 10 questions." But what I told him was, like, it's not going to be these softball ass questions. It's not going to be
like you may cry.
Questions. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I told my mom and my aunt. My aunt's like, "I'm going to cry." I was like, "Well, it'll make for a better film." So, but like, that's what it's going to mean more to me that it means something to my family. Like, because my grandma's 80 years old. Who knows?
Yep.
So, I mean, it's going to be something I can show my kids, and they can show their kids, and then my cousins will have something to be proud of with my mom, and then like my cousin's going to be in it, and so it's going to be a really nice thing that's going to be sort of a time capsule, rather than just like, oh, I can tell stories, but nobody can really understand like, oh, this was Felix's grandma.
You'll be able to see it.
Yeah, and I mean, it might not be the most perfect thing. It's not going to. Probably won't win any awards for it or anything.
But it's still cool, man. That's something that you can bring down your family for a long time.
Exactly. Because, I mean, once I put up on the internet, it's going to be there forever.
Unless the internet goes down. That would suck. I kind of relate to that, though, how you're saying it means so much to you because it means so much to them.
Right.
Like, that's something. So, mine's not really like yours. Yours is a lot more heavy. So, my dad, he's out in California right now, and he's going to college again.
Oh, yeah?
52 years old. What the fuck was that?
See, what the fuck, bro?
Anyway, 52 years old. So for something, 50-something. He's older. He's out in California, though, and he's going to college. He moved out there just to do things, because my dad, he went to prison for 12 years. And he's always wanted to, when he was in prison, he went in at 16.
Wow.
Really young. And he always knew that when he wanted to get out, he wanted to help those young kids who go into prison at such a young age and make sure they can get out into the world and get their life back on track. Because a lot of them just go in, they go right back in.
Right.
Go,
That's what
they go in,
the system is set up.
It's
to do.
it's terrible, man. It's treat them like animals and shit almost. It's
God bless your dad for being in, being out for 12 or being in for 12 and then being out for so long.
Yeah, he changed his life, man, and it was hard though too. And that's what he wanted to do. But life just had different cards for him, and he couldn't do it right away. You know what I mean? So, but just recently, like 2 years, stuff started happening. He got a feature on ID Channel.
Wow.
In a TV show. I forget exact. Evil Lives Here. That's what it was called. I think season 2 or season 3, episode 5, called "The Son of a Prophet." Wow. So yeah, that was cool. Anyway, so he moved out to California with another. Like some people did another thing on him, an Oxygen Network, and he's working with those people now. And they're still trying to get deals done to be like a speaker at like prisons and stuff. But so anyway, he's going into college again though to do paralegal stuff, and one of his classes he has to write short essays, like 400 words, right? Like 6 of them. And my dad doesn't really know how to write essays, man. And it's weird, and it stresses me out when I read it because I pride myself in being able to write pretty good essays. I feel like I write pretty well. So seeing him struggle with that and like just simple things that could change the grade of an essay, it stressed me out so much. And I know that this means so much to him and what he's trying to do in his overall goal of things, So it gave me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
I was freaking the fuck out at work. I mean, and I didn't know why until I started editing his essay, and I started to feel better. I was like, okay, this is good. This is coming together better. And so me and Emily have been doing that. I'm like, Dad, just share me an essay. Whenever you start writing it or finish it, share it to me and Emily. We will edit it for you. I actually think he just shared me one. I think he did. It was about the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to edit that when I get home. But yeah, no, man, that because it means so much to him. So I feel like I have to do shit for him. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And that's like a cool bonding experience.
Yeah, man.
Because I mean, like I said, I did the whole episode of my dad, and like I think at the end I said like I really don't care if we ever reconnect, but I mean if we do, I don't think we ever will because he's stubborn as fuck, and I think that's like my biggest fear is becoming like him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, because I mean I'm stubborn as hell. I mean I look like him a little bit, but like there's so many things that like I'm so afraid of. But like we're so both of us are so stubborn. I don't think we'll ever reconnect. So that's really good that you guys have something. Because I mean, as we get old, like I'm getting to not necessarily fights or anything, but like kind of disagreements with my mom. Because as I get older, I mean, because when I first got to Hutch, I called her every single day. And so like it was just like because it was just me and her forever. That's I mean, whether or not I like it, that's probably my best friend in the world because she knows me better than I know myself, and I know her pretty well. And so, which is really weird because I was kind of thinking about this earlier today. There were 34 years that my mother had before I even existed. And that's one of the weirdest things in the world, that she had this whole fucking life. She lived in Los Angeles. She met Alfonso Ribeiro. She met Jam Master Jay. Then she went to the studio with, damn it. Cameo? I don't even know, but she lived in New Jersey, New York. She had this whole life before I was even born. And then I was born, and all of a sudden, it was just me and her, and that's all her focus was. And so I was just thinking,
that's a good mom, man.
Exactly. And so that's why I don't really necessarily want to reconnect with my dad, because I don't want to
affect that.
Exactly. Because I mean, whether I like it, my mom's one of my heroes.
Yep.
And so, I mean, not that my dad would. I mean, he might, just because he's an asshole. He like, what's the word? Infringe upon whatever.
Oh yeah, okay,
whatever we had, and he probably has his own opinions about my mom, about their relationship, which I don't really give a shit. I'm here now, and I can't go back into the womb. So, but that's really cool that you get to have that bonding as you get older. Because I mean, the more and more you get older, the more your lives are kind of gonna diverge.
Diverge, and because
that's how life is.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go off and do separate things, right? So I'm not always gonna be doing that. But it's funny that you say that, how we had the good experience or stuff like that, because that's something my dad wanted to make sure that we had, because he never had that with his dad. Because I don't know if I ever talked to you about it. My dad's dad, so I guess my grandpa, Michael Ryan, he actually has a Wikipedia page.
Oh, shit.
Not good reasons, though.
Oh.
My dad grew up basically in a cult.
Oh, shit.
So Michael W. Ryan had a farm in Lincoln, Nebraska. And my grandmother actually lives with me now, was married to him. And Ruth, great lady, love my grandma. She's the best. So, yeah, it was crazy shit. They basically ended up rewriting the Bible, a bunch of crazy shit, like believing in Yahweh and doing, like, just weird Armageddon type shit. And he was just a real piece of shit, really abusive to my grandma, to my dad. And my dad basically grew up getting brainwashed.
Shit.
And they had a bunch of people believing in this shit living on the farm. And people started to not believe in it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, Jim Tim, he
Jim
was...
Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just, yeah, it gets rough, by the way. Hopefully I can say this. No censorship. But he was probably the weakest out of all of them on the farm. And so my grandpa, I guess, kind of disgusted me to call him my grandpa, to be honest. They basically took him and they tied him up in the barn, and they tortured and killed him.
Oh my God.
And my dad was I'm not really going to go into it. We could probably go into it after the air or whatever. But basically, yeah, they ended up killing him. And my dad helped. He was a part of it.
Fuck.
He was 15, 16, something like that. And
is that why you went in?
Yes.
Okay.
So they ended up getting raided by the cops, and yeah, they go to prison. And Michael Ryan, he got life, and then my dad was supposed to get life, but shit got worked out. Lawyer fought his ass off, saying, "Hey, this kid was brainwashed. I mean, this ain't right."
Right.
You know what I mean? So he got 12.
Damn.
Anyway, but yeah, it was crazy, man. And my dad, he was a racist motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because he grew up that way. I mean, you know, the cult, it was if you ain't white, you ain't right, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the first thing my dad, like, basically what happens to him is he sits down with a black dude in prison, showing him the Bible. And he's like, "What the fuck? Like, this ain't the Bible. Like, this is not the Bible I read." And the black dude's telling him, like, "You've been lied to, man. Like, this is the Bible. I mean, this is it." And my dad told me, he was like, it was crazy. The people I was literally raised to hate were the ones that were saving me the most.
Yeah.
The ones that were saving me the most. Because the white people in prison, my dad had issues. Them motherfuckers, they were not cool. My dad just hung out with all the black people, basically, and really every other race but the white people. Because all the white people were the sketchiest motherfuckers, like the most sly ones. And actually, I've met one of my dad's best friends in prison, David, man, he's cool as fuck. He got life too, sadly. But well, I think he got his sentence reduced, but he'll get out when he's like 80. So it's not really, you know what I mean? He was just a young kid, and he self-defense killed the guy. Oh God! And so they put him on that. But yeah. So I met David though. He's cool, man. Yeah. But my dad, it was crazy because he figured out, and like my dad was a fucking. Like my dad, so I guess my grandpa, like my dad figured out his dad was a crazy motherfucker, man, and like he was not right. And yeah, anyway, Michael ended up dying. He got a tumor on his face, cancer, deservedly so. And that motherfucker died.
So
in prison.
And kind of talked personally, like, do you think would you call yourself an agnostic? Or,
I am agnostic, yes.
So
I would say I'm agnostic.
Do you think some of your beliefs kind of stem from that, just from like that whole situation with your dad? Because I mean,
yes, because
for me, I was raised in the church and everything. It's just that I went to private school for the last 7 years through my senior year in high school, and so like my view of Christianity and the church isn't this typical view, and it's just not the same. Because I do consider myself a Christian, but as you can tell from this podcast and just hanging out with me personally, I'm not exactly the perfect fucking Christian.
Yeah, I don't think any Christian's the perfect Christian.
There's no such thing as the perfect Christian. But
yeah. I would say it is definitely a big part. Because for the longest time, I was always trying to find my religious beliefs, I guess. My grandma, Ruth, she is a very religious woman, super Christian, and all that. And for a long time, I was like trying to like find it. And just like, because I was like, I don't know, like, I don't really have like religious beliefs, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I should, like, something told me that like maybe I should, or I should have some opinion on it. So I would go in there and I would read the Bible with her, try to learn it. You know what I mean? Go to church a few times. And by like, this was before I like went in to read the Bible. I was like 5. She took me to church one time, and I was like, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And but I would also like want to try my own. And then for a while there, like I was kind of like atheist, I guess I would say. I was like, this shit ain't fucking whatever. And then I was like, I don't know if I could really be like that, like ignorant to think there's nothing out there.
See, so with agnostics, the way I understand is that you say that you don't know if there's a God.
We don't know. I'll accept anything. There could be God out there.
And I
there
think
could be
the agnostics are the only ones that are telling the truth. Because if you believe 100% that there's not a God, you're an atheist, evolutionary, whatever it is, that there's nothing
you don't
out
know.
there.
No one knows 100% all the way.
To the Christian, Jew, Muslim, whatever, that there's 100% something else, then and you believe 100% one way or the other, you're lying to yourself because you don't know.
Yes, I'm open to anything.
Exactly.
Dude, someone could have snapped their fucking fingers and we're here.
Which I'm not exactly open to everything, being that I consider myself a Christian or whatever. But like, I understand that I may be wrong. Which like with the whole Descartes, Rene Descartes, the French philosopher, it says Pascal's wager Pascal's wager.
Oh yeah.
He says like, even if God isn't real, you still lived a pretty good fucking life. Like you didn't, you tried to treat people as good as you can, which in the church now it's not necessarily the prime thing that they do, but you've tried your hardest to be a good person, do all that, do everything that the Bible says, which nobody can really refute that a lot of the things that the Bible truly preaches, that Jesus preached, is necessarily a bad thing. Because I think even if you don't believe God or Jesus is real, or you at least say all these teachings are good teachings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So being an agnostic, you're probably the only one that's really being completely honest with yourself, understanding that there might be something, there might not be.
Yeah, and God, it's just because, and it's like that mainly because, like, I chose just because, like, my dad told me one time, he's like, I helped kill a man for God.
Yeah.
I killed a man in the name of God. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that's fucked up.
That is Jesus.
That's fucked up. You know what I mean? And my dad, he doesn't believe in that shit. He's atheist. I'm pretty sure he's atheist.
I can only imagine going through some shit like that.
You know what I mean? And my dad always told me, he's like, I'll never force you to do anything like my dad made me do. Like sports, my dad wouldn't force me. You know, going out to eat wouldn't force me. Like, you know what I mean? Like he definitely wasn't going to force me religion. He's like, if you want to learn it, you can learn it. I will not be the one to teach it, though. Your grandma can teach it to you. Yeah. And I was like, all right, I understand. And that's how I'm probably going to raise my kids. Emily, I think, you know, if we stay together and we have kids, which I'm pretty sure we will, 7 years, give or take, 8, I don't know. Fuck, she's really indecisive. I'm indecisive about it. I say 5 to like 10, bro.
I'll be tomorrow, shit.
Fuck, no, it's not. No, but you know, but Emily, she likes, like, she's not like super like she's Christian, but she's not super into it. But she likes the aspect of going to a church and having like that motion in your life, right? You know what I mean? And I liked it too because I went. My friend Nation, he's not really religious, but his family is super religious. His mom and dad, great people. I love them. They're like my family, and it sucks he's in the Army right now because I haven't seen him for months. I cry every time. I went to church one time actually there, and it was a Baptist church, small church. And to be honest, I don't know if this is like a bad term, but it was kind of like a movie would have it, like a black person church.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting there and they're reading and you're hearing people in the background saying, "Yep, amen."
Yeah.
You know, I went one time and they're talking like, "Oh, we're so thankful to have like the Unruh family bring their guest, you know, and hoping he comes back," talking about me and stuff. And then I came back and they remember my name and they're like, "Oh my God, we're so happy to have you back." And it was like 3 weeks later. I was like, "There's no way you guys could remember me, man." I mean, it was so amazing.
I think with the smaller church, you really understand.
Dude, it was a family. It felt like a family.
What the original concept
gathering
of the Big C church is. Like that makes like what the church in the Bible was supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know about the big churches. Those feel weird, man. I don't like those. They feel out of place. They don't feel genuine.
They feel so because I went to a church throughout middle school, and me and the pastor's kid, we were best friends. And I wouldn't say that we're necessarily friends anymore just because we grew apart and whatever. And like, it was a whole thing with the church that I really don't feel like getting into right now because it was a whole thing with drama at the church and we just stopped going to the church, and now the church
Respectable.
It's a whole thing, but it was just I miss hanging out at the pastor's house just because I mean that was my best friend, that was my buddy, and so I think like a smaller church is the more natural way things are supposed to go.
It just seems so genuine,
right?
And that's really like the only I guess church I've been to in recent memory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I went to a Catholic wedding. I don't know. I laughed my ass off when they took a knee. It was my brother's wedding.
Oh,
I laughed. I saw them take a knee. I started busting out laughing. And my +1, Michaela, she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Bro, I didn't know they take a knee. Like they kneel, like they bow. Like I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I didn't know, man. And ever since then, that's why I kind of keep up. Like I want to keep up our religion. Like I kind of want to have some sort of knowledge of people's religion, specifically Christianity.
Yeah.
Because not everyone understands what agnostic is, man. And sometimes they think of it as atheism and just like that
gateway drug.
Yeah, like it kind of pisses me off, man. And like some kid in school, I wanted him in his fucking face, call me like a baby killer and fucking like a devil worshiper and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm agnostic. What the fuck? And the baby killer thing was because my beliefs on abortion, but
yeah, that's
still, I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean, whatever. I don't know. He's a bitch. I don't know.
Well, I think we did. That's pretty fucking fun. This is pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
I really
well,
like.
Dude, we have not talked about music.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. Not real quick because it's not gonna go really quickly.
Dude, we have like an hour left.
Do we?
Yes.
Shit, let's keep going.
We're fine, dude. Why are you trying to end so early? This motherfucker, man.
See, I thought we just hadn't talked about music. I thought we had covered all the bases, but all right.
Dude,
so,
let me tell you, when is Joey Badass dropping?
Look.
When the fuck? Hey.
That's what I was about to ask. Is Joey Badass your favorite all-time
Oh, no.
artist?
No. But I love me some Joey Badass. Yeah. I love me some Joey Badass.
So
Survival Tactics, one of the hardest songs ever made. One of the hardest songs ever made.
Who would you say is your favorite artist?
Kendrick Lamar. Wait, rap artist?
Just in general. Just it doesn't really matter. Because I mean, I don't listen to only rap. I listen.
Yeah,
to
I listen to all
and,
sorts of music, but I would say for me, rap hits so much more different.
Yeah. Especially Kendrick is probably the greatest rapper of all time.
Kendrick
in my opinion.
is my favorite artist of all time, and he's also the greatest rap artist of all time, which is a very weird thing to say, considering Tupac.
Because
I used to think Tupac was the greatest of all time, but I don't know. I go back and forth, man. But Kendrick, man, I don't know, man. Well, hey, it will for sure be decided when Kendrick Lamar, if
Kendrick
he drops his next album, and if it's up to the par of Good Kid, Mad City or To Pimp a Butterfly, which is the greatest rap album of all time, it will really be decided who's the greatest.
It's probably his worst project, just by the very nature of it being his first project.
But even then, it's still better than basically
everybody else's shit.
Yes. Keisha's song, I cry every time I listen to it.
Ronald Reagan era hit. Bro, I fucking love that song.
Keisha song?
Ronald Reagan era.
Oh, okay.
Listen to Ronald Reagan era if you haven't.
Yes.
I mean, you probably have, but that's a good ass fucking song.
Yeah, dude, Section 8 was a sick ass album.
But yeah, see, the reason why To Pimp a Butterfly has such a special part in my heart.
Oh my God.
Because when I first started, when I first downloaded Spotify,
be all right.
Do
you hear me? Do you feel me? Gonna be all right.
The first album that I really truly listened to, and I was studying the finals my freshman year in high school. The very first album that I listened to was that, and still to this day, because I keep at least once a year, I go back and listen to it as thoroughly as I did, and I always find something new that I just fucking.
And he'll connect some songs together sometimes too,
bruh. And then that poem at the end, I remember I was conflicted.
And then, dude, and then it was the interview with Tupac. His favorite
son.
Listen to this. Okay, so To Pimp a Butterfly, right?
Right.
It was originally supposed to be To Pimp a Caterpillar, and then those initials, the abbreviation would have been Tupac. Tupac is the main reason why Kendrick Lamar is alive. So it's almost hard not to say Tupac's the greatest of all time because look who he's influencing.
He's at least the most influential.
He is the most. He's the there you go. Yeah, he is the most influential artist of all time. But Kendrick Lamar, bro, something about Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny. Have you heard Fear on Damn?
Yes. Have
The
you
7 minute
heard
song, but I was like, oh my God,
his guest verse on "Control" by what's his name? Big Sean.
yes,
That
hard as fuck.
I just got introduced because I don't listen to Big Sean or whatever.
Yeah, I really don't either.
I got introduced to it
I'll
when
listen
I
to
was on the
anything
way
with Kanye on
back
it.
to hear from Wichita by a friend. Shout out to Dorian. And
We love you, Dorian.
and so, but that fucking verse is ridiculously good.
He is a fucking. Did you hear the new one with Busta Rhymes?
I need to.
Okay, it was made in the Good Kid, Mad City era, and it's maybe the greatest Kendrick Lamar verse ever.
Son.
And it just came out in 2020. Damn near 2021.
Kendrick Lamar is
9 years
what,
later.
34 years old?
This motherfucker can
He has
only go
so
up.
much potential left.
Dude, this dude is his. Oh my God, he is the best of all time. The more I talk about him, the more I just realize how amazing he is. Fear is my favorite Kendrick Lamar song of all time, I think.
See,
If I could smoke a...
because I did an episode of the podcast where I went through J. Cole's discography
Oh.
and all that.
To be honest, I don't really listen to J. Cole, but I respect him.
You got to listen to J. Cole.
I guess I listened to him. Really, okay, I'm not going to lie. Middle Child is probably the best song of 2018 to me.
See, I don't like it very much. I
Wow.
just don't like it.
Wow.
I mean, I love the concept behind it where he thinks he's the middle child.
Yes.
I love that
what he's
concept.
saying. That's why I like someone like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, because it's not mumble rap and they're spitting some shit. I mean,
Because they're telling the truth.
it's so
That's
interesting.
the most important part
It's so
about
interesting.
anything, really. Whether it be movies or journalism or music or comedy, whatever it is, if you're telling the truth or what your truth is, that's really what makes music.
Like,
or
that's
whatever
what
it
was
is.
so cool about NWA.
Yeah, they were
telling
just their truth.
They were just saying what was happening to them.
Yeah. And then people wanted to get upset and say that's not what the fuck's happening. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This fucking camera.
Fuck the camera, man.
Oh my God.
Nah, but I need to listen to J. Cole more, man. I've been told so many times I gotta listen to J. Cole more. I just... What's up?
The battery's about to die. I'll probably change it. So I'm just going to rock like this for the rest of the podcast.
How do you fix that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just the thing, right? Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I need to listen to J. Cole more though. He's influential as fuck. I just haven't gotten around to ever listen to him really, and I don't know why. I guess I do know why. He just sounds boring as fuck.
See, I get that. I do get that because a lot of his songs are like, see, there's kind of a, what's it called? Kind of a plane where like there's, to me, Drake's all the way over here where it comes to like emotional shit. And then like you kind of.
I can't listen to Drake.
I fucking hate Drake. I fucking hate him.
Sicko Mode's verse hard though as fuck. Had me out.
Fuck Drake. I don't get, like, I fucking hate him.
Nah, Sicko Mode.
And then there's like the whole,
different. Sicko
there's
Mode's
this
hard.
whole other side of the spectrum. Spectrum was the word I was looking for. And it's just like almost lying when you rap or whatever. And so to me, Kendrick and J. Cole, Kendrick's probably like right in the middle when he's telling the truth, but he's kind of not necessarily fabricating, but like just making it better.
Yeah, I would say maybe one of the best instances of that would probably be the Art of Peer Pressure song.
Yeah, for sure. But then like J. Cole's probably in
that is
between Kendrick and Drake in a way because he's singing his little romantic songs and whatever. But
Fuck Drake.
I fucking hate Drake.
I hate Drake.
He's
something about he's just so unlikable to me.
it's hip.
I also just don't enjoy his music.
It's hip hop. Like he's gonna make whatever's popular. And
Yeah,
whether that be mumble rap or trap or
damn it,
conscious.
you're fucking right. I remember telling my friend Tanner he loves Drake, and I'm just like, bro, he doesn't make music for it to last. He makes music so he can get #1 on the Billboard.
He makes music like that. What's that fucking song he came out with that was on TikTok?
Kiki, do you love me?
Not that one, but the other one.
Fuck, I don't
The
listen to
fucking
his
slide.
music.
I don't even care. But it was a shitty song, and I didn't like it.
Naturally.
But Jesus Christ, fuck Drake.
But Sicko Mode was hard at first.
I mean, if Drake wants to be a guest on the podcast, I wouldn't be
like
mad
a
about
light.
it.
Hey. Yeah, no, hey, be a guest on the podcast, please, Drake. You can sit right
'Cause, I
here.
mean, yeah, right here, in between us, actually. I mean, that's not very social distancing.
I'll beat your ass.
Oh, Drake's
Fuck
jacked.
you, Drake.
I don't know if you would do that.
He big as fuck.
He's a big motherfucker.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, I love music, dude. Honestly, you ever listen to Earl Sweatshirt?
Son.
Of course.
Chum? Chum.
Hey, that's
Chum.
one of my. I listened to it today. That was, if you asked me what my favorite lyric was, I was gonna say a lyric that sticks on my mind is probably been 12 years since my father left me fatherless. Used to say I hate him and just dishonest jest, but honestly,
Son.
I miss that. When I was 6, and every time I had the chance to say it, I would swallow it. 16. Come on, man.
Son.
Come on, man. And Tyler Creator, hey.
Ta-
Answer is my favorite Tyler Creator song of all time.
Now, do you prefer Flower Boy or Igor?
Oh, Flower Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flower Boy. Igor was cool when it first came out, but it slowly lost it for me.
It's just Igor, yeah.
Because there's some like songs on that album where you're like, I could skip. Flower Boy, I'm like, I ain't skipping none of these motherfuckers.
To Flower Boy. And there's a song that's 1 minute long on that album, but Lil Wayne has a verse.
Yeah.
That is one of my. I can't even think of what the fuck it's called.
Wait, which one? Igor?
On Flower Boy. The fuck is that song called?
I know Who Dat Boy. Come on, man. A$AP Rocky's verse? By the way, A$AP Rocky made one of the best songs ever.
What's that?
For me. Or one of the hardest verses. A$AP Forever.
Yeah. Okay.
And also the best music video of 2018.
You ever
Don't
listen
forget
to Lamborghini High?
Don't forget it, yes.
Lamborghini High, Limos by the bridge. This is how we live. Bitches, bitches, bitch.
Listen. Those
Dropping Seeds is with the one with Lil Wayne on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That song's good as
it is
fuck.
only a fucking minute long. Man, Wayne's hard as fuck, too.
He's probably one of the greatest lyricists of all time.
Yeah, he says some whack shit, though, sometimes.
Yeah. Real G's moving silence like lasagna, though.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Dude, okay, here's a duo that I wish would have had their mixtape come out. One's dead, though.
Oh.
So it won't happen. Joey Badass and XXXTentacion.
See, I'm not a big X fan.
Have you listened to the song Infinity?
I haven't.
Hey,
Jocelyn Flores is the only
you
song
please-
that I really love.
I would say get into some X discography because he could spit. He really could. 777 is a good one. That talks about like being not having a dad, just going through like depression stuff. It's very interesting. It's not even technically his song.
Mm-hmm.
He's a feature, but he's the only person that raps on it. The other one is just a chorus. But anyway, the songs with Joey Badass are fire.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Badass is insanely awesome on anything that sounds like an 80s or 90s beat. And X could just rap. He really could.
And Joey Badass is only 25.
Joey Badass is only 25, and it feels like he's been in the game.
Been in the game for like 10 years.
But it feels like he's been in the game, and he should be 50. The motherfucker came out with 1999 when he was a senior in high school, okay?
Bro, 99.
Maybe the greatest.
I told you that fucking battery's gonna die.
Oh, we still go, though?
Yeah, we're still going. It's just audio now.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, fuck it. 1999 is maybe one of the greatest rap albums ever made.
Yeah.
I would throw it up there with. Did you ever see that meme where it was like the dude holding the thing and you could like put like 4 different rap albums? It was like a meme.
Yeah,
He was 1999 was up there for me.
Gosh.
I had To Pimp a Butterfly up there. They said choose one album per artist. I was like, fuck it, Kendrick's getting 2.
Yeah. Okay, so top 5 albums of all time.
I can't. It's impossible, dude.
I've done a list. It's not conclusive. I think I wrote it down.
Dude, I would have to literally. It's impossible to choose because it changes all the time. Like right now, I'm listening to a lot of country.
Oh.
Like Jason Aldean's my boy right now.
I did a episode of
because the internet's probably on there. Ooh, actually no. Wait, is Kawhi a mixtape?
It's a mixtape.
Okay.
See,
Although I love Kawhi. Kawhi's my favorite project Childish Gambino has ever done.
I did a episode of the podcast where I listed my top 5 favorite albums. Number 5 was Flower Boy. Number 4 was 2014 Forest Hills Drive from J. Cole.
Yeah.
Got
Jake
it.
Brown loves it. Yeah, he always tells me to listen to it, man.
Bruh, that last fucking track, damn it, what is it called?
It's where he's just like talking to and thinking about people.
Yes, but it's like the first half
hard.
of it is a legit song.
Yes.
And it's good as fuck.
Yeah, no, Jake Brown, one of my best friends has shown me that he loves that album. He doesn't really like
Note to
other
self.
J. Cole shit, but
Note to self. But there's so many fucking classics on that album. A Tale of Two Cities. Get Off My Dick, No Role Models, Hello, Love Yours, and Note to Self from me. But so that was number 4. Then number 3 was Coloring Book from Chance. I know it's a mixtape, but it's an album.
We'll say it's an album because we don't consider the Big Day
That didn't exist. That never fucking happened
as an album. I'm sorry, God.
Yeah, like that never fucking happened.
You know,
Like,
I guess you don't make all things great because
that fucking album.
Guess what? That shit happened.
It was so bad.
Oh, fuck.
It was so bad.
Oh, poor color. All right. Anyway, yeah.
But and then
wow, I'm very interested. It has to be To Pimp a Butterfly.
Swimming and To Pimp a Butterfly is number 1. Swimming
from Mac.
Right.
Okay.
That might be, in my opinion, the best track listing because I can't think of a song that I would skip on the 12 track.
Yeah.
Because 2009, Ladders,
2009.
Jet Fuel.
Oh my god.
So 2009, bro. Because the album came out. I think it was right before my senior year in high school, and it came out, and I got into it with this girl, and then she stopped talking to me or whatever, and then it was
Sad boy hours.
Sad boy hours.
Yeah, it happens. You
2009.
Know? Fuck.
Is the reason
you made it through.
Oh my god. But that whole track listing, because you get like Jet Fuel is a great song, but Ladders, go watch the YouTube video of it might be Mac Miller's last performance while he's still on Earth.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah, rest in peace. He performs Ladders on Colbert, and it's a fucking vibe. You gotta watch it.
Mac was such a pure soul.
It really was, and because I can't listen to Ariana Grande anymore because of.
It's weird. I just don't like Ariana Grande in the first place. I never really did. So
me either.
I will not lie though. I do like circles.
Circles
Than swimming.
It's his second best project.
It feels so good to me.
Circles it does feel really good. It's just it doesn't sit right with my soul that he didn't finish it. Which I mean, he couldn't.
But the thing is, though, that is the best posthumous album that we've ever had.
It is,
I think.
For sure.
Maybe Juice WRLD's. Juice WRLD's pretty good.
Is really,
they
Pop
did it the
Smokes
right.
is really good too.
Oh man,
Pop Smokes is
got
really
it
fucking
on me.
good. I got it on me. Bruh, that end when it goes acapella, I'm like,
yeah, I know. I'm like, oh,
come on, son.
You cannot say pop.
I ain't crying, bro. Who fucking cutting onions, bro? Who cutting onions?
You cannot say pop and forget the smoke. I'm from the floors. Come on, man.
Son.
Man, oh man, Pop Smoke. I love Pop Smoke. I
got into it right after he died. I was like, Pop Smoke, who the fuck is that? Who got shot?
I didn't like him at first because the first one I heard was Dior. You know, I didn't like his voice. I was like, man, fuck his voice.
I fucking love his voice.
And then I started liking him because Mac, my friend Michaela, she showed me more songs. I'm like, okay, he's not bad. I like his voice. And then he died. And I was like, oh my God.
That's what's so weird.
But luckily, you know, man, let's be real. Gotti with Travis Scott.
I don't quit fucking with this.
Have you ever heard that song?
I have not.
It's on Jack Boys. Which is, by the way, an album has, or I don't even know if it's an album. It's only like 7 songs.
I think it's like probably like an EP or something.
It's a project, but it has grown on me. Sure. You need to listen to Gotti and Gang Gang. Gang Gang, the first 5 seconds, my favorite part. It starts out and it says, "What the fuck is we doing?" And then, dude, it's just hard. And then the last verse from Luxury Tux is so hard. And I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? So I'm starting to listen to Luxury Tux now. Mac Miller, man, he had a great posthumous album.
Like, he's got a really good, his whole fucking discography is really fucking good.
And it makes me sad because I love X. I really liked X's music. So it makes me sad when I see how they fucked his posthumous releases. And they're just trying to grind out that money. And it's just sickening, dude, that they're doing this shit. And I don't know. It sincerely sucks. And, Mac Miller's people did it perfectly. Pop Smokes did it pretty well.
50
and
Cent was on Pop.
Yes, and Pop Smoke loved 50 Cent too.
Fucking Many Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then John Bryan with
Wish That For Me. Yeah, I don't cry no more. I don't look to the sky no more.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, shit,
damn. fucking cutting onions.
Do not say pop and forget the smoke.
But yeah,
That's that line, by the way. And people say you can't just say pop. You gotta add smoke. That's from Gotti.
Okay.
With Travis Scott.
Okay.
By the way, you gotta watch it with the music video too. It's
Yeah.
just them gooning around in Travis Scott's Bugatti. They literally they just filmed them driving around in their car. Yeah, but that's where it is though. It's like at the very beginning. It's just like you cannot say pop and forget the smoke, and that's where that's where it comes from. Yeah, you gotta listen to that. You gotta listen to those songs, man.
Yeah,
those are great.
Definitely, because I mean, me and you, we share similar music taste.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Because I know a lot of songs by a lot of different artists. I just don't do a deep dive unless it's Kendrick or Mac Miller or J. Cole.
Oh yeah, it's got to be someone I. Ooh, this reminds me. You ever listen to the podcast on Spotify? Dissect.
Dissect. What's it about?
Okay, so he takes albums.
Okay.
He takes albums and he'll break them down on such a fucking insane level. So he does it by albums. He's done he's done an album by Beyonce. He's done Damn by Kendrick Lamar. He's done To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. And he's done Flower Boy.
Oh shit! Yeah,
dude, they can go on for 30 minutes to an hour, and he's literally dissecting them. And with the Kendrick Lamar ones, he's getting into so much fucking meat of just like religion and crazy shit, and it's so interesting. You need to listen to it.
Definitely.
You will be so entertained. I listen to it when I play Xbox.
Yeah,
I don't even turn on music. I will listen to Dissect as I'm playing Halo and killing people, and it's so interesting learning about that shit.
That's why I think Kendrick is the greatest rapper. Not because he's got because Jay-Z's got more projects and Wayne might be better when it comes to specific rapping. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick, like, I think either I retweeted something that you liked or something, I can't remember, but it said that Kendrick, he creates an experience.
Dude, it's
not just
imagine Good Kid, Mad City being made into a short film.
It should be. It is.
I know.
I mean, the only thing short of is there's not a fucking movie that if there's a movie, I will direct, I will do anything.
I would play Kendrick Lamar. Dude, oh my God. Like, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Listen.
Son, the shit.
That might be one of the best 12-minute songs I've ever heard in my life. It's 12 minutes.
As soon as Kendrick goes.
As soon as he goes hard in his next album, because you know this motherfucker will.
I swear to God, if it's anything below par, like, because
it won't be.
To me, okay, so
don't say that.
Come on. It can't be. It won't be because it's Kendrick Lamar.
It won't be. He's the greatest.
But to me, it was like, all right, Section 80's fine. Damn, Good Kid, Mad City, fucking shit.
Even Untitled, Unmastered.
Even Untitled, and then,
by the way,
but to me,
Untitled
a little bit,
too.
Damn was kind of a drop off, just a small one from Good Kid, Mad City. And To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yes, it was. I would say Damn is probably out of those three, like the trilogy. I would call it. Really, I don't know why, but I just think Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn.
Together.
For something about those, they feel like a trilogy. It's probably the least of the trilogy. It would probably be the last one. I would say.
Yeah.
My fucking ass is starting to hurt.
Oh yeah.
But
we're like 2 hours in.
Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, no, that's probably the least of the trilogy. I would say, but it's still
so
like a
good.
9 out of 10. Like, I mean, and to me, Duckworth is one of the best songs. Come on, that whole story. It's one verse. It's one continuous verse.
Son.
And dude, I'm gonna be honest. I had no fucking idea when I was listening to that song that Duckworth was Kenny's last name.
Yeah.
And then I also had no idea that about his manager and all that shit. So me hearing that story, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's real.
Now, do you listen to Brockhampton?
No.
Listen to Brockhampton.
I know people told me to.
Listen, because, okay,
I think I've listened to a few of his songs.
Out of the first 3 albums, Saturation, because it's Saturation 1, 2, and 3, they released them all in the same summer. And all of them are legit quality albums, but the third one's the best one. And so then they came out, they had a whole deal with one of the members in their band, Amir Van. He had a whole issue with like sexual assault and whatever. And so
piece of shit.
Yeah. He got either kicked out or he left or whatever. And he releases his own projects and whatever, but I don't listen to him because I don't want to support a sex offender.
Fuck you, Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
Bill Cosby too.
Well, yeah, Bill Cosby. Yeah, for sure. Actually, that's confirmed, yeah.
Yeah. He'll die. He should be dead.
Weirdo.
But they had a whole issue with that, and so he left the band. And then Iridescence is an album that they came out with like 2 years after their.
What the fuck was that?
Don't understand, bruh. Imagine being here alone.
I'm sorry.
But Iridescence, they came out with that, and it's like a pregnant lady on the front of it. Listen to Tanya on there. San Marcos, New Orleans Jover, and one other one that I can't think of. But then the most recent album that came out just last year, Ginger. Now that it's a really sad, because I mean they went through a lot with a member of their band getting kicked out, and but they call themselves the best boy band in the world. But they're rapping, so it's not exactly a boy band, but it is because they have like 11 members in there. It's ridiculous.
What the fuck? In Brockhampton?
Yeah. There's like
for some reason I thought that was one dude.
No, there's Kevin Abstract. There's
Is anyone named Brock or Hampton?
Not. I think it's like the street they lived on.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, so they're like lifetime friends then.
Because they met on a website called. It was like basically a Kanye fanatic website, and then they met on there. And then they're like, all right, let's all move together in San Marcos, Texas. And they all live there, and I think they all live in California now. But Kevin Abstract, he's like the leader of the group, but he has his own, what's it called, solo shit. And he's gay and everything, raps about it and everything. Ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Like, he's insane. Like, he's got 2 albums, American Boyfriend and Arizona, baby. I don't know, can't remember, but yeah, Brockhampton, because they've got like 5 people that either sing, rap, or produce, and then like they count their manager as a member of the group, and like the director of their music videos as. So it's like really only like 6 music makers, and then.
But we're gonna say we have like 30 fucking members.
There's like 6 music makers, and then 15 people around them that do other shit.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty badass. That's cool.
Yeah.
They show love to everyone.
Yeah, but
that's cool as fuck.
My favorite song from them, it's the first one off of Saturation 3. It's Boogie. As soon as you hit that bitch, it's on. It's over with.
It's on. Is it upbeat?
Son.
Oh yeah.
Son.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's chaotic, but I fucking love it. Like
That's what I love about some Gambino, man.
Childish Gambino. Now, is he dropping another project? Is he gonna drop another project?
I don't know if he should.
Because I didn't like this 3:15:20. I didn't like it very much.
Him and Chance, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
See, Chance,
I don't know, man. It hurts so bad. Kawhi is my favorite project from Gambino, but you have to understand all of his other projects are also fucking excellent.
Because
besides 3:15:20, 3:15:20 was terrible.
It was,
although the rollout of it was pretty sick.
Bruh.
I was sick.
You haven't seen Gambino in like 2 years.
Yeah, so everyone's just got a massive boner.
Yeah.
I've seen Atlanta.
Because
he's
I've
the
been
greatest.
Ready for the third season of Atlanta.
Greatest entertainer of our generation.
He's one of the most talented people in the
musical artist, comedian, actor,
writer, producer.
Yes, he does it all, and it's great. And he just has a way to get people focused. Like This Is America.
Yeah,
that had motherfuckers going.
That's one of the most
influential music
when we look
songs of all time, really,
when we look
and especially
back in
music videos.
20, 30 years, that's going to be one of the songs. Like it's up there, and it's up on the Mount Rushmore of songs.
I mean, one of the worst but like craziest best parts about that music video is when he walks out as the gospel singing, and then he gets thrown an AK-47 and blasts all the motherfuckers down. That was crazy. And when I first saw that, I'm thinking, what the fuck?
That music video is ridiculous. That music
insane.
Video is really
and Dad Bod Gambino dancing. I will see it every day. I love it. I love it. Honestly, to the 4 handsomest men that I said at the beginning, make it 5. Gambino, you're up there. He's awesome, man. I love Gambino. Kawhi is, Oakland by Lloyd.
Oakland, Lloyd.
It's Gambino song, but there's another name for it. I was making Japanese as she's watching DVDs in Oakland.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
As if fucking now I gotta look it up because I don't know, but I was just called Oakland by Lloyd, but Jake Brown, my best friend, he always gets mad at me when I do that shit, because it's not called that. It's why can I not remember it? Telegraph Ave.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fucking that's an amazing song. Earn is an amazing song. I love Earn. It's short, sweet. It's the perfect night driving song.
Have you listened to Retro?
Yes.
Now that's the shit.
No, dude, every song like that off of Kauai is fucking beautiful.
Oh shit.
Pop These, Poke. I even like the 3000 Vibe Beach Picnic version.
Yes.
Why is it called Beach
Bonfire?
Bonfire?
Bonfire.
Hey man,
I tweeted out
Casey
a lyric
Anthony.
this week when he said
made a beat, murdered it. Casey Anthony.
Son, that is hilarious
And hard.
hard
And not caring about.
informational.
Yes, and also not being disingenuous as fuck. But
Exactly.
that's okay. We like to keep it real, and that
God.
that is the hard. That is funny as fuck.
Shit.
That is hilarious. Made the beat murder.
Casey Anthony.
Oh, I hate that bitch. I fucking hate that bitch. No, man,
my
fucking
God.
even the song "Late Night Kauai" where Jaden Smith's just giving a fucking speech. He's like, yeah, you know, however Jaden Smith does. He's like,
Do you listen
And-
to him?
I like Jaden Smith.
I love
Jaden
Icon
Smith.
Living is up there like with This Is America for me.
Really?
Because when I think of that song, I think of shit, I can't remember if it's in the first Creed or in the second one. But as soon as that little the trumpet goes Wang! And it just echoes throughout the arena in that movie, I like that, like it ran chills down my back.
No, wait, Icon?
Icon Living, yeah.
Yeah, Star Record Will Smith just did it. Yeah, it's in Creed 2, yeah, because he's the big shot and he's coming out with
Yeah,
this cool ass
in the very
walkout.
first, yeah.
Yes, and he gets his ass beat. He gets
Yeah.
fucked up.
That was-
Hey, Michael B. Jordan also, you can be added onto the list. You're number 6. I love
I'm
Michael B.
tired
Jordan.
of Michael B. Jordan because every time
Really?
somebody asks for a black actor,
But he's so good.
yeah, he's great.
He can do
awesome.
it all.
But
Come
he's just
on,
been
man.
in everything. Like he's
I know,
been
but
he's been the super villain. He
shit,
was
my
even the Human Torch.
But
he's
he's-
been the super villain. He's been the superhero. He played a lawyer in a movie. He played a real person in a movie. He's done everything. I'm sure
Because he's
exhausted.
fucking amazing.
He's great, but like, damn, Michael B. Jordan, and like, fuck.
I know, he's amazing. No, man, I love Jaden Smith. I love his more like kind of like I would call it maybe like psychedelic almost type music, but like Summertime in Paris.
Yes,
Soho.
yes.
I love those type of songs from Jaden more.
What's that one? And one of the I think it might be Sire, where he just spells out blue with like BLU the song.
No, he does it with both. So he does it PI and K, and then he does BLUE. I also like another song, K. K is a good one, and In, because In leads into K.
90, that's a good one.
Yes, I was also gonna say that, but yeah, K's cool because it's
And then
it's weird.
then you out
I don't know
of
how to explain
out
it.
of blue.
Yeah, no, that's interesting that he does that. I don't know, he's so fucking weird just to be weird. He just
I fuck
like
See-
he's just I don't know, but he's also a good dude. Have you seen like the shit he's doing
with Flint.
Yeah, just being a good guy in
Most
general.
definitely. Like I saw.
That's also having great parents like Will fucking Smith as your dad.
There was a comedian that I had on the podcast some time ago, Niles Abston. Great guy. Fucking hilarious. He's on his special. He's got a joke where he says, "Jaden Smith, it's not fair because how is your dad Fresh Prince and your mom that fine and you end up being that fucking dope at rapping? Like it's not fucking fair how talented he is.
I know. What the fuck? And you're a good dude, and you're making
Like there's no reason he should be the asshole. He should be untalented,
Right.
but he's not."
I know.
And yeah, I'll send you Niles' joke about that because it's I probably just fucking butchered it right here, but that joke is really funny because like you're like, damn, he is talented as fuck. But
he is, man. Yeah,
yeah, follow Niles on Twitter because he's hilarious.
I will.
At
Check him out.
Niles100, he's fucking hilarious.
I also need to. It's crazy how fucking Jaden Smith and Tyler Creator's relationship is.
Okay, I've heard about it. What is it?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if Jaden Smith is gay, and I also don't know if Tyler the Creator is gay.
At the very least, bisexual.
Yeah, I do not know. But But I also remember seeing Jade Smith go on stage and say, Tyler, the Creator, is my boyfriend.
Huh.
And Tyler Creator's like, you fucking weird ass little, you know what he says, right? I'm white. So I
Because Tyler, like in his early shit, he was such
in Flower
a
Boy,
homophobe.
he even yes, which also has been. I watched a video essay on this. They're talking about how it might have been a way for him to deal with it.
I don't know if it was the same one that we watched. 'Cause I've definitely seen that.
Yeah, just ways for him to deal with it.
Because he came out as what, bisexual?
I don't know,
He's something.
but because in his earlier albums, like he'll have multiple voices. He'll have Tyler and then he'll have Wolf Haley talking in his albums, and they're saying like that's how he copes with him trying to figure out his sexuality, having multiple like one that's kind of like against it and the one that's for it, just like discussing it. But in Flower Boy, or I think it might have been Igor, I don't know, it might have been Igor. He said he's been kissing white boys since 2005,
Shit.
some shit like that.
So
So he always alludes to it, but he's never confirmed or denied, as far as I know. Maybe he is bisexual. It wouldn't surprise me if he's bisexual.
yeah.
Either way,
Because when he said about Frank Ocean, I knew when he didn't like Pop-Tarts with the frosting on it, I knew that nigga was weird.
yeah,
That's one of the funniest things I've heard in my entire life.
dude, Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean is the
Man, this reminds me. For some reason, I just thought about Frank Ocean. I thought about his brother dying,
yeah.
and then also the baby's brother died too.
I saw that the other day too. That's weird.
Yeah, it's scary, man. It sucks too because that song intro, one of my favorite DaBaby songs. I love DaBaby. I'm gonna be honest.
Like the baby, all the shit is
his-
don't.
No, yeah, okay. So nothing's different, but I just like the personality of DaBaby,
Yes.
and I like his that motherfucker's smooth.
Now he knows.
He has great presence.
Yeah.
Like on the song with J. Cole, Under the Sun.
No, that's a good ass song.
Bitch be knocking on my door, I
Yes.
never let him in. Oh, wait, that's Cap, I hit it.
See that song? They used to play music at football practice, right? And whenever that song came on, I'm like, practice is almost over. Like this shit. And the sun is shining, everything's good. This song is good as fuck. But then I go to listen to DaBaby, and I was like, no, this is the same shit for a whole album. All right, I'll sit here. But I just don't.
Yeah, I understand.
I like my music to be. It
Yeah.
can flow like it flows and it's atmospheric and whatever, but it has to change.
I understand. I didn't really like DaBaby's new album, but I loved Kirk.
Kirk was good.
Kirk was so
Kirk
good.
was a strong outing.
The intro, the intro song, that's insane. I mean, I wish he would do more songs like that because if you're gonna have the same like flow and production, have your words mean something.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about, thinking about his grandmama and shit. I got the #1 record, they acknowledge and shit. They going crazy when I play it, head bobbing and shit. And I'm just somewhere in the middle thinking about my father and shit. They found him dead a couple of days before I started tour. The same day I flew back to the city from Miami. You know what I mean? And he talked about how the same day he went #1, he found out his dad was dead.
Yes.
And then his brother, that line about his brother. It's like, brother be thinking we don't love him. Let him struggle like we ain't family, like I won't give up all I got to see you happy.
And then it was
killed
suicide,
himself, you know what I mean?
wasn't it?
Yeah, he killed himself.
Fuck.
But yeah, man, that's an album. I love that album. And then there's a few songs from the new DaBaby album that I like. I like Find My Way. That's a good song, talking about him and a girl or whatever.
Yeah.
Pick Up with Quavo. That's fun. I don't know why. I just like it because Quavo, he tags himself and he's like, Quavo. And then he's like, pick up the phone. And that verse is so hard. It's like 30 seconds, but it's funny as hell because he's like, Quavo.
How do you feel about Migos? Because in my opinion,
they suck. Well, they don't suck.
They are.
I don't like them.
Probably
Although,
the most important rap group
really
since NWA or at least Wu-Tang. Okay, in my opinion, Wu-Tang's the greatest rap group of all time. Then NWA.
There's really no other rap group though. You know
exactly. That's what I'm
you
saying.
Have to say Migos.
So Migos has to be in there.
I will say the best thing that any of the Migos have done was that collab album with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
No Warning was it called? I forget what.
Wasn't it Offset?
Yeah, I think it was Offset. That was the best thing that they have ever done. What the fuck is that called? I know there's a song called Ghostface Killers.
Speaking of ghosts, kids see ghosts.
Yeah, Without Warning. Kids see Listen, Kid Cudi cannot miss.
Kid Cudi.
He cannot miss right now. He's coming out with another album here soon.
Coming out with the TV show, isn't he?
I probably won't surprise me.
I think.
But
it's
wait,
gonna
is
be
there
on
only
HBO.
2 Man on the Moons?
Yeah,
He's coming out
the
with the
second
third
one
one.
is ass.
He's coming out with the third one.
Is he?
You don't like the second one?
Second one. I like All Along, and one other, Mr. Rager.
Okay,
And that's about it.
that's fair. But yeah, he's coming out with the third one, and I don't think he can miss right now.
But yeah.
That song.
And he can't miss because Kid Cudi's gone through the fucking ringer.
Yeah, and him and Travis Scott, by the way, are a beautiful duo. In like the Scots, the song "The Scots."
Yeah.
The best part is Kid Cudi's verse, where he's like, "I'm gonna censor it. It's gonna be with a W, but wiggle the cops outside, yeah, lock up the house, yeah, we keep the team on." And his voice is just so hard, like he just sounds so good, dude. Kid Cudi is awesome, and yeah, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying.
Okay.
Love that album.
I like Waves. Well, no.
Do you not like that song?
But
I love Baptized in Fire.
is that the one where he was like a rock star all of a sudden?
He said 3-piece suit and I'm looking so cute. That's hard as hell, man. Kid Cudi's awesome. Him and Travis Scott need to make a collab album together, mixtape, whatever, you know?
I think they're gonna be making more Kids See Ghost shit.
They should.
Okay, so how do you feel about Kanye's music now?
I like Kanye's music. Jesus is King is weird.
I didn't like the music.
I don't like the rapping, but I like the gospel shit.
Like I really like what was that song? I
I don't know, man. There's only like fucking 10 songs on it though. But I love I like Kanye's music. I love on Ye the song Violent Crimes.
Son, that fucking song is great. That
Do the yoga. Jump to the
bruh.
stick to the game.
So what's his in your opinion, what's his best album? Because it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
It is.
Without a doubt.
That is the best album.
Yeah.
That is an album that should
some
have been
people-
on the top 10 albums or top 100 albums of the decade on Billboard, and they didn't have it on there.
Why the
They didn't have it on there, and me and Jake Brown were bitching about this for about 3 hours straight. We were just bitching.
Because
It wasn't on there.
Kanye changed hip hop.
That might be one of the greatest albums. That might be
changed
the
hip
greatest
hop.
album of all time. I don't know, because my blindness for Kendrick Lamar is
It's
real.
up there. We're probably the same way when it comes to Kendrick, but it's definitely definitely up there.
Yeah, he's I don't know, dude. I do not understand how it's not up there.
Because some people will argue college dropout or graduation.
No,
be
My
his
Beautiful Dark and Twisted
best.
Fantasy is, I think, just it changed the game, man.
And in my opinion, Kanye is the best hip hop artist, not rapper.
See, when I think of Kanye, I think of him more for the stuff he does outside of music, fashion wise, just things like that. That's what I think of him for. But that's also because I'm so into fashion. Like I love fashion and shit like that. So,
Because to me, like,
you know, he's such a big name now in fashion.
yeah,
He's a fucking.
he's one of the most important people on the face of the earth right now.
Yes.
And whether you agree with him or not, he's one of the most important people. He fucking ran for president.
Yeah. He voted for himself. He said, "I voted for the only person I have true trust in, me." He posted on Instagram. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I'll read you that fucking post because it cracked my shit up because it was
Kanye was a producer first, and so that's why I always think about him in music. Because when I listened to Common's album a couple months, like his what was it called? I don't even remember. But yeah, to me, Kanye is just like it's always gonna be music first, just because that's what it was.
Yeah, see, for me, it's not so much, just because it's just different for me. But I still respect his music. But he said, "Today I voted for the first time in my life for the president of the United States, and it's for someone I truly trust, me." Damn, man.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Fuck. Yeah, man. Fuck. We should do this again.
Most definitely.
We got
This is
to.
the longest I've ever gone.
I enjoy it.
podcast.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucking terrible for you to edit, huh?
Well, yeah, because I'm probably not gonna go through all the audio and shit, but because I think it's all usable.
Yeah.
See, if you listen to last week's episode, I zoomed a guy in from Wichita. He should have just came in the studio, but I had to edit that bitch, and that took fucking ever.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna try to have you edit anything, man.
Yeah, because honestly, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the video in, whatever's left of it.
Then just match up the audio.
That's exactly what I do. I throw in.
Put that shit on YouTube. You have a YouTube? You put this on YouTube?
Yeah.
I would see. Okay, you need to give me your YouTube channel, and then I'll watch this. Whenever I go to bed next, I usually just go to bed listening to music or watching podcasts.
Yeah, it's the Come to
Or
Jesus
videos,
podcast on YouTube.
Okay.
The CTJ podcast on Instagram. Email is the CTJ podcast at Gmail. Yeah.
And there's a plug.
So what's your socials, just in case people
Okay,
wanna...
so my socials. Instagram is the one that I really want people to actually give a fuck about.
You're a photographer.
It's Kenneth Ryan, KENNN, 3 N's, ETHRYAN. So Kenneth Ryan, 3 N's in Kenneth. Follow me, please. Dear God, I take photos for really fucking cheap. I took senior photos for $100, and she had over like 50 some photos, and they were all edited, and they were given to her that day. Damn. So, yeah, man, I'm pretty cheap.
Then you're on Twitter, and you'll be spitting your little rambling.
Twitter is the same at. It's Kenneth Ryan with 3 N's. You'll see more about my life though there. I also might say things that might offend people. I don't really think I do that.
See, that's my goal. I like offending people.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I really
80% of what I say is a joke.
Yeah, same. But I really do it in real life.
True.
It's way more fun in real life.
Because at least in real life, who the fuck's gonna fight me?
For real. And someone might fight me, but it'll be cool. Cool story.
I mean, if I'm there, I'm not gonna let that shit happen because that's my nigga fucking KJ.
Right on.
But
Respect it, man.
Follow the podcast on Instagram. Email me. Follow me on Instagram. I am Fifi, IAMFEFE. Twitter,
okay, Takashi. Got that pussy, got that wet, got that super so good. I love that song. Even though Takashi's a piece of shit. Let's not forget that. He's the worst.
He's the worst.
If God had to kill someone. Never mind, I'm not going to say that.
And then my Twitter is, what is it? Felix R. Johnson, FELIX.
Indiana Johnson, baby.
Indiana Johnson. Brad should not have done
know.
that to me. Because I am taking that too seriously. But KJ, you're definitely coming back on one of these days. I will move heaven and earth to get you back onto this podcast. Because
let's do it, baby.
I'm
good next Wednesday. Listen, Emily can deal with it. She's probably, she's in quarantine. We'll see each other. She's probably going to spend it at my house. So she can wait. I don't care. She can be on the show if she wants. She might not like everything I'm saying. We might argue, but that's okay. We'll have couple discourse on the Come to Jesus podcast.
And can I be your therapist?
We don't really need therapy. We have a pretty good relationship.
All right, I'll just watch and chime in.
Honestly, this could be for the next podcast.
Because I feel like the next podcast, like if Emily comes on with and she's gonna say "fuck you" for 3 hours to me.
Nah, man, I think she just does that because you bully her.
I do a little bit because she was talking shit on me in the group chat, so I had to say something.
I know. Hey, there's nothing wrong with defending yourself.
Yeah, man. I was out here.
Just know, when I go against you is because that's my girl.
Yeah,
I got you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
You love her.
Yeah.
You should. Well, this has been the Come to Jesus podcast.
Hey, Come to Jesus podcast. Hey, it was a great time.
It really was. This is honestly one of the most fun times I've ever had. KJ Ryan, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you, everyone. I love you all so much. We'll catch
Felix
you later.
Johnson. God bless you. God keep you. We out.